fellow Americans, my name is President Barack Obama, and I welcome you to the Sons of Serizawa podcast, in which we talk about dicks, talk about pussies, and occasionally we'll talk about Godzilla. Now let me be clear. If none of these things appeal to you, then I suggest that you don't listen to this podcast, and that you go about your day, and that you continue to vote for me and for my associates. So, thank you. God bless.
Diabetes.
Fucking villain. And in order, and Toshiro,
I could not imagine him that way.
Toshiro, it's hilarious. Toshiro Mifune dresses up like a woman and sneaks into his cabin or whatever the fuck.
That sounds amazing.
And he goes up to him and hands him wine. And Takashi Shimura looks at her and is like, "Oh, you have very pretty eyes." And Toshiro Mifune is wearing this ridiculous fucking getup. I had to laugh. I was like, "Oh my god."
That's amazing.
However,
I need to see this movie now just to see that scene.
However, Orochi, I wish the scene wasn't there. It looked so bad. It looked so terrible.
Is that scene that you sent me last episode where it was like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was in shitty quality when I watched it, so maybe that's why I didn't think it was that bad.
And you can clearly see the wires. That bugs me too. And then there's this one fucking horse scene where like this god kills his horse, and it shows this actual horse, right? And then all of a sudden it cuts to these people praying, and suddenly you hear the guy yell, and he's holding a horse over his shoulder, completely different horse, and one that's way smaller, but it looks so bad. And as it falls, you can see it's like dangling on a wire because it jiggles, and it just falls and tumbles down, and I'm like, really? You couldn't have done another take on that? I mean, you are making a movie that Toho said that they're not wasting any money here, that they're going to give you however money you need. You couldn't have done another take on that, really?
I can write all kinds of checks. I mean, all kinds of numbers on this check,
oh my
Dr.
God.
Kent.
I can write all kinds of checks on this number.
Checks on these numbers. Well, no.
I can write all sorts of checks on these numbers.
Hang on. Speaking of that,
out of number starts making check marks on it.
You removed the bodies, but you didn't remove the headstone.
That's amazing.
That's a terrible plan. You still can't use the graveyard that way. Why are you done it the other way around?
Also, what did they do with the bodies? They just fucking put them out in the fucking street to be thrown out in the garbage.
No, sometimes, Bill, this is an actual thing that happens. People move graveyards. It's fine.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are. So hang on, before we start the show proper, to go back to seeing the wires in a Toho movie with Orochi, I was rewatching my King Kong vs. Godzilla review, and you know something that I've never really outwardly realized, but I've always kind of known.
Kong's arms constantly change size.
No, Kong's face constantly changes in that movie too. but it's a smaller thing. So you guys remember when they're going up to try and find Kong, and they find that fucking lizard lunges out and and it is the worst looking rubber lizard I have ever. It looks like a toy I had when I was a kid. And it's just like he's just swinging it around, and all of a sudden the lizard clearly meant no malice, and all of a sudden you just see fucking the guy just fucking shoot it. I'm like,
really?
what an asshole! Yeah, he just blows the thing's head off.
I thought he tossed it off a cliff or something.
Yeah, and then he shoots it.
Why?
The other guy fucking shoots it.
Because he's a fucking asshole.
Does he want to show how bad it is that he can shoot a falling target?
It's so clear where Toho's. It's so clear where Agent Tsuburaya was focused on with his visual effects, because I watched
not the rubber lizard.
I watched fucking King Kong vs. Godzilla, and then all of a sudden I'm like, and then look at Gorath, and you're like, I wonder which film they were more focused on. Oh yeah, clearly Gorath.
Which is weird, given King Kong vs. Godzilla, or this other movie that nobody's ever heard of.
The movie with the walrus.
The movie with the walrus.
Toho's tough.
Wait, you mean John Lennon's going to be in this movie? No, I don't.
Historically, that decision actually makes sense, because a movie was just re-released in Japan around that time called When Worlds Collide, which was a huge fucking hit. And it was a huge hit in Japan. It was actually the top grosser in Japan, just like the Ten Commandments was. And it beat out all Japanese competition. And so how would Toho combat this or make something to kind of cash in on that? They'd made Gorath.
Well, hang on. Is When Worlds Collide it's actually about two planets hitting each other, or is that like a metaphorical title? And Toho was like, we're going to take that title literally.
No, it's actually a pretty decent movie. It's about a planet that's going to collide with Earth.
Okay.
And instead of us moving near, actually, when Worlds Collide, I don't like it as much as Gorath, but it makes more fucking sense. They build this giant Noah's Ark kind of rocket and shoot it up into space as Earth gets hit.
Oh, all right. That makes sense.
See, I thought it was about what happens when George Costanza's girlfriend becomes friends with Seinfeld and the gang.
I did not understand that at all.
Ironically, all three of these things have walruses in them. Well, on that note, hello everyone. I am Bill Worcester,
You better keep
aka
this entire
Zazubaar,
conversation.
and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Sons of Serizawa podcast, the show with dick pussies, and every now and then we talk about Godzilla. Joining me as always, I have Adam Noyce, aka Adam Noyce.
David Joshua Hernandez isn't here. Well, I'll have him look in these eyes, and then he'll know that it is Adam Stephen Noyce who encompasses his doom.
Steven?
You will.
My middle name is Steven. Yeah.
I'm just jousting you.
Also joining me as always, Dylan McCandless.
His name is Ferdinand.
Dylan McCandless, a.k.a. Super DM64.
This town needs an enema.
And Andres Perez, a.k.a. Kaiju Noir.
Rocket Punch, motherfuckers.
David is not here at the moment. I have been promised that he is coming at some point.
He kind of sounded like Casey Kasem when he said that.
Well, he was like, Bill's talking really fast. I gotta talk really fast, too.
Keep your feet on the ground and rocket punch those motherfuckers. This is Casey Kasem here with the Radio Top 40.
Keep your feet on the ground.
And
apply for a job at NASA. Go to NASA. Get a PhD in astrophysics. Get in the shuttle. Launch the shuttle. Go up into space. Go to the stars. Grab the stars. Come back to Earth. I love Ralph Garman.
My favorite part of that is grab the stars.
Grab the stars, the things that are millions of miles away, and you're not actually seeing them because they're millions of years old, and they were probably all dead by now.
Plus, they're all giant balls of fire, so...
Great balls of fire.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, have fun grabbing the things that don't actually have, like, a physical form.
You will die. This is Casey Kasem.
This is Casey Kasem. Keep your feet on the ground, but realize that one day you're going to die. Casey, you can't say that on the radio.
Trust me, I know from experience.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh my God! I can't believe Andres made that joke. Of all the people in this episode right now, Andres is the one who made that joke.
This is the ghost of Casey Kasem coming to you from the afterlife.
Keep your feet on the ground. Unless you're dead, then you're going into the ground.
I don't get that. What happened?
Casey Kasem died.
So?
Well, I'm just saying that.
So why were you guys so shocked that Andres made a joke about a dead guy?
Because it's not Andres' place to make dark jokes like that. That's our job.
You not watch? Did you watch?
No.
Not really. No. Not really.
I don't listen to podcasts. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't do podcasts. I don't watch movies.
I don't watch podcasts. I don't stare at the same image for 3 hours.
I thought he killed himself or something, and that's why you guys are freaking out.
No, his death was really, really tragic though, so it is a little bit fucked up.
Didn't we just talk about him on the New Year's special?
Yeah.
You got in a plane crash?
No,
He was held captive by his own horrible wife.
Who was a goddamn crazy woman.
Oh, okay, now I really get the joke.
Who also, after he died, stole his body and flew it into I think, what was it, Switzerland? So that way
Sweden, I think.
Yeah, American coroners couldn't do an autopsy because they would have realized that she was abusing him. So it was a fucked up way to go. And aside from that, he had did he have Parkinson's? Andres? Is that what they mentioned on Babylon? I don't remember.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, well,
right, everything they say on Hollywood Babylon is so accurate.
Well, no, not really.
This is Casey Kasem saying, "Please save me from my wife."
This is Casey Kasem begging you to get me the fuck out of here.
This is Casey Kasem. Help! Send that sheriff from misery.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good movie.
That is a good movie. I haven't seen it in years, though. I have to rewatch it. You ever have that where it's like, you know you've seen a movie, but you remember nothing about it, and that pisses you off because then you don't feel like you've seen the movie?
I have that with a shit ton of anime. I have that with a shit ton of anime, which is why I've been watching a lot of anime to refresh myself.
When you guys were talking about Power Rangers on DFOS last week, I felt the same thing too. It was like I clearly remembered watching all of Zeo and Turbo and all that stuff. I can't remember a lot out of them.
Zeo I saw a couple years ago, so I remember most of it.
Yeah. Well,
Mighty Morphin, I don't remember the specifics. I was like, well, there's this villain with a gray on his face, and he's trying to kill people.
With the gray on
but not
his
really. He's doing a really bad job.
Every time I hear that, all I picture now are Zeons and their green Nazi outfits.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. What are Zeons?
They're the bad guys from the original Gundam.
They're the quote unquote bad guys from Mobile Suit.
They're space Nazis.
They really are.
Oh my god. That's so funny because at the end of that DFOS episode you just mentioned, Dylan and I pitched Power Rangers Nazi Force, in which Power Rangers fighting Nazis.
That sounds
It's basically just Inglourious Bastards with morphers, honestly.
But they have morphers. Because Zordon would be like, Alpha, get me 5 Jews with attitude.
5 Jews with attitude. Jew Ranger. Wait.
And then the term Jew Ranger takes on a whole new meaning.
Bill, have you seen, what is it called? Someone actually made an intro, intro called Jew J-E-W Ranger. Ben Stiller's in it, isn't he?
Yeah, I think I shared this with all of you guys one time. It was Sarah Silverman and Adam Sandler and Kyle from South Park and 2 others that I don't remember. And the villain was Hitler.
And
this vaguely sounds familiar.
And Zordon is Moses.
That's fucking brilliant. So who would Alpha be? Alpha would be, I guess, Mel Brooks.
Yes. Alpha.
Or I guess Mel Brooks could also be Zordon. Oh, Mel Brooks would be brilliant as Zordon. I would love to see Mel Brooks's parody of Power Rangers. Be fucking brilliant. And then he could finally do his dream, Jew Rangers in space. But aside from all this talk, there was something we kind of mentioned it earlier. Well, we mentioned something somewhere. There was a thought I had today. Because I was rewatching some of my old episodes of Godzilla Palooza, and I rewatched the Final Wars one, and something struck me. You guys ever have a lot of nostalgia for a movie trailer for a movie that you never saw?
Yeah. I remember. I think the movie was called Shaolin Soccer. I only saw it once in theaters, and I was like, "This looks so stupid and awesome. I want to see it." And I never saw any further like commercials for that movie and forgot all about it for years.
Soccer.
Yeah. It was kind of like over the top Dragon Ball Z live action. It's like what's that movie called? Like Kung Fu.
But with soccer.
Yeah, but with soccer. Yeah. What was it called? Like Kung Fu Hustle or something, but with soccer.
Oh yeah. Sure. Okay. I got that. I see that. What is this thing Adam just sent me? Or sent us?
What is this madness?
What the fuck?
It's taking forever to load.
What the fuck? An owl just yelled at me.
Oh.
It just yelled David's catchphrase at me. Is that Dave? Did David get turned into an owl? Is that why he's not here? Wait a second. Who just did the hay? Because that sounded exactly like.
I was about to say that.
That was me.
You do an amazing. Adam, you need to play the part of both Dave and yourself tonight. You have to multitask.
And you have to make like a shitty reference that no one is gonna get.
Yeah. So make a reference to like some 70s blaxploitation movie that even Dylan hasn't seen.
Challenge accepted.
But anyway, back to the topic I brought up. The reason that was still so good.
We filmed the movie and Adam has to like get down on his knees and pretend to be David.
He puts on brown face.
I was gonna say that, you motherfucker.
You guys just cover me with dirt.
It's funny enough. Supposedly David is he's pretty light skinned, so it's like all this is unnecessary.
We put a Danny Trejo mask on him.
He also used to look way different than he does now. I mean, I remember when I first became friends with him on Facebook, he looked completely different than the way he looks now. Like he looked like he was trying to look like the Exilians from Final Wars.
He had a woman. I mean, he was a woman.
Kind of attractive.
Are you talking back then when he had like red and black hair?
Yeah, exactly. You know the picture I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, when he has an album
like Clayton from Cell Dweller.
What did he call that? What did he call that? He made an album where he pictures with him with the red hair, and he gave himself like a special name, or like this is like some Electric David or something. I don't know.
Oh, I remember this.
I missed that David because I felt like I could have a conversation with that David.
When he said he looks like Clayton, I pictured fucking Clayton from the Disney Tarzan movie.
That's what I thought. I was like, he looked nothing like that dude. What are you talking about?
You look like this guy. Hold on, I'll send you a picture.
Clayton.
Well, yeah, just to let everyone know, for any of you who are friends with David, you have access to these images.
If you're friends with David Joshua Hernandez, or David Gorzard Hernandez, as he's known on Facebook, then you have access to these images, and you can mock him.
Off topic, though, for anybody who played the original Kingdom Hearts back in the day, how fucking frustrating was that Clayton level the first time he played it? Jesus Christ! All right.
Oh,
he was the boss.
He rode on a giant monster chameleon.
Yeah, and it would turn invisible.
Hang on, wait a second, what?
You rode on the back of a giant chameleon, and you had to fight it, and it kept turning invisible, and it was a pain in the ass.
Oh, Adam, he looked exactly like that, but he had those Exilian glasses from Godzilla Final Wars on.
I hope this link works,
But he was less white. He was less white.
Yep, David told me that he was trying to look like this guy from Cell Dweller.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh my God!
Let's all just spend the next couple of minutes just
absorb the
shitting on Electro David.
See, it's stuff like this where I'm like,
what have I gotten myself into?
No, see, half of these pictures are him trying to be that dude, and then the other half are him trying to be Bruce Lee. It's kind of. It's
really confusing.
He didn't know what he wanted to do with his life.
He was still thinking about it. The old, not the old, but the newer ZGC intro actually had footage of this version of David, not the Electro David, the earlier one, because I said to David, I was like, I need footage of you for the new intro.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. So he's like, this is the only footage of me that I can send you. And he was really young, and it was this kung fu movie that he made.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know you knew actual martial arts. He's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, wow, what happened to that guy?
Worked at McDonald's.
He started working at McDonald's, I guess.
Maybe he should take. maybe he should take up photography, because I look at this picture in particular, and it's very, like, introspective. Like, I feel like if this picture was, like, in black and white, people would look at it and be like, that is art.
Can I show you my friend? Can I show you my friend Madison's her profile picture? Because she just dyed her hair blue. Shout out to her. She's awesome. But I made fun of the picture.
Now let's mock total strangers.
Did she just get a little bit of blue in her hair, like Mako from Pacific Rim?
No. She went full on blue. And if you pay attention to the comments, if you can see this, you will notice that I spoofed her image with my beautiful face.
I'm so excited right now.
It's like the fucking scene from Tropic Thunder where they're like, never go full retard. It's like, never go full Bulma.
Just let you know, I'm only laughing at Adam's picture.
It looks like the poster to Lincoln is what it looks like.
Someone should Photoshop Adam and just put the hat on with the beard.
Somebody listening, Jose Garcia, if you still listen to this show, fucking Photoshop Adam's face onto Lincoln.
But you have to request the image first.
I'm gonna post it on Toho Nation right now, and I'm just gonna pin it. And
somebody Photoshop this.
And I'm gonna say and I'm gonna say wait for the new SOS episode. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
We make our audience so confused. We make our audience work for their references to get them. Like they gotta have like multi-tier like access to our shit in order to understand this show. That's why I like this show.
It's such a terrible pose to take a picture in because you both just look like you're like asleep and somebody snapped a picture.
No, it was so funny because I had my laptop open, I'm looking at a picture, and I have my cell phone in my other hand. I'm like matching it.
Too bad you didn't just happen to have like a blue wig.
Yeah, I know. If I had a blue wig, it would have been.
I've never owned a wig, but it's something that's like it would come really in handy for comedy videos.
And I wore it for that fucking episode of SOS, the Q&A episode, for that fucking opening.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this the one that never saw the light of day?
No.
Oh no, that's not the Q&A video, Adam. That's the other one.
No, that's the Q&A episode. The one that I hosted, and
the re-recording of it.
He did a parody of Save the Earth.
That's right, I remember this. Oh yeah, okay. No, because I got confused. I was like, "What intro for the Q&A video?" I got you now. Okay.
Oh yeah, the one we had to.
Was that an actual kimono you were wearing, or?
Yes. No, it's
you
not.
own a
It
kimono?
was like camouflage bathrobe that I brought with me to 5 pounds, Bill.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, Adam, level with me. Why the fuck do you own a kimono?
And I walked in.
He owns a kimono. What you don't know is if you go into his room, he actually sits on the floor, and there's like one of those little Japanese tea ceremonies going on. It's very traditional.
No, it's like the opening of Barragan where he's got that giant like string instrument.
And there's incense floating around everywhere, aka pot, and. No, it's a great time, Phil. Though I have to say, when I grabbed my robe, what was funny was I went to my friend Amber's room, and I knocked on the door, and as soon as I walked in, she was like, "What the fuck?
Why are you wearing a kimono? It's not a fucking kimono."
I had the wig on and everything. I said, I like doing this in my spare time.
Don't judge me.
I should walk into school with that one day.
I just picture Adam in like full kimono, and he's got
the thing
like.
about 5 towns is nobody will turn their head.
Nobody will, and that's actually part of the reason why I like the climate there so much.
I almost wonder if I could get away with wearing my bathrobe to school.
Well, I've seen people wear their pajama bottoms to my place.
No, but I just mean my fucking. I love my robe. I've had my robe for like 6 years.
To your place, people just show up at your house in pajama bottoms.
Like, whoa, hey there. What the fuck?
Andres is like, I don't know about the female body.
I'm not even aware of who these people are. They just keep showing
Andres, you and I are on the same boat in that category. I'll tell you that.
Wait a minute, who's rowing the boat in this situation?
See, that's a creature feature double feature callback right there.
That might be the greatest thing I've ever heard. Like that needs to go on a T-shirt. Who's rowing the boat in this situation?
There's a line. There is this total badass line in Empire of the Ants.
I just hope it's not Dr. Arthuritis.
There's this badass line in Empire of the Ants where this bitch is like, I'm still in charge, and then the guy rowing the boat just stops and goes, would you like to row?
No, it's like, would you like to row the boat?
would you like to row the boat? And so whenever something happened, every single time, both Andres and I were like, would you like to row the boat?
I'll row your boat.
That was such a great way to start that show.
Yeah.
That was such a great way to start that show.
And then we made that really dark KKK joke with the ants.
Yeah. You were like, we were hanging these black ants from the tree, but they didn't look too much like ants. Oh.
No, it was the sheriff. The sheriff's like, well, we hired these guys to get rid of the ants. They started hanging them. Now that I think about it, they didn't really look like ants.
Oh.
I'm starting to think that was a bad idea.
Oh.
So if you guys go on Toho Nation right now, for the listeners, if you go on Toho Nation right now and find that picture of me, you will know exactly where it is, and do your duty, which is make me an Abraham Lincoln.
Also, for some reason, now I want to see someone make fan art of Electro David.
Electro as a rock star who doubles as a superhero, and he just shoots flash drives at people. I don't know.
No. Draw Electro David as a Gokaiger, those the pirate Super Sentai.
Oh God! He's gonna fucking kill me.
Why did he?
No, Gokaiger I don't think was the pirate one. Wasn't that the one after Gokaiger?
Why did he decide on the name Electro? I don't understand the thought process.
I know there's Electric Blue.
Have you ever understood David's thought process? Why is this a shocking thing to you?
If he was wearing a green costume with lightning bolts coming out of his head, then I would understand Electro David as a name for it. But it's red.
All right. I'd just like to point out something fucked up. The minute Dylan said the name David texted me.
My God.
And he just goes, I can't make it tonight. And now I just imagine Dave is somehow hearing this conversation as it's being recorded and just crying. Like in the back room at McDonald's, just like,
I can't make it, you guys.
He just turns to Rambo at the end of First Blood.
He's just wiping his face with the fries, getting salt in his eyes, making it worse.
He just sounds like Chris O'Donnell in Batman and Robin.
He runs out of the fucking bathroom at the end, and he looks all deformed because he's been rubbing French fries on his face. Oh shit! It's a zombie! Kill it!
He goes into the McDonald's bathroom. He looks at himself in the mirror, and in the mirror is a reflection of Electro David. The reflection of Electro David tells him, "What happened to you, man? You used to be cool. Look at you now in a McDonald's uniform."
No, see what has to
happen.
happen.
Man, that used to be me.
What has to happen is he has to get all angry at us and swear revenge. And while this is going on, you play the song in the background that played when fucking Jamie Foxx decided to take revenge on Spider-Man.
A world without power. A world without
Everyone,
Spider-Man.
I would like to draw your attention to Toho Nation right now.
Oh shit.
I'm just telling David that he has to listen to this episode when it's posted.
Oh, good luck with that.
Because he's going to cry.
Good luck with that, because David never listens to any of our podcasts.
David doesn't even listen to his own videos.
Does David even make videos?
He posted something yesterday. He posted a TMNT review.
Yeah.
I'm going on Toho Nation right now.
He still hasn't uploaded damn part 2 of that chat we made over a year ago.
Damn.
Did he ever finish the goddamn top 15 Godzilla movies?
No!
That sounds like a great movie title. Damn, part 2.
Some guy named Wheeler just asked to join Toho Nation. If you're Wheeler, if you're listening, you have a cool name.
Go fuck yourself. No.
Go fuck yourself.
Or as Joe would say, shout-outs.
Remember.
See, usually it says so and so has asked to join Toho Nation, but then every now and then there's somebody and it'll say so and so needs permission to join Toho Nation.
Yeah, I don't know what's the difference.
And I'm like, what is this, like a child molester or something?
Yes.
Oh my God, David has videos.
Oh, yeah, it's the clips of him doing kung fu or whatever, or doing a pile driver on his little cousin or whatever.
Oh, let's not watch these, because then he's gonna fucking kill himself, and that's gonna be on our conscience.
So guys, basically, remember. That's all I'm gonna say.
I see it. That's amazing. It's gonna be the cover photo until this episode is posted.
No, Adam, that picture needs to be in black and white with from 1994 to 2014.
Yes! Oh my God, yes!
What did he die?
Somebody else needs to post it and be like, "Rip Adam." And then I'm not
Adam.
post it on.
No. Adam ripped, and there's a comment with a picture of ripped pants.
So I'm
that
gonna
was
do
the
that.
day Adam ripped his pants.
Now.
You're gonna rip your pants?
And
when I was in kindergarten,
I'm gonna send it to Andres or something. And
well, this is already on recording, so everyone's gonna know the secret, Adam.
Well, it's funny just because people are gonna be wondering what the fuck happens. It makes them have to tune in for this episode, Andres. You have to think about this shit.
And they're
it's
gonna
like
think
marketing, dude.
And they're gonna think he's dead. So when he starts talking at the beginning of the episode, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's gonna die during the episode."
And I'm not gonna post. And I'm trying not to post anything.
It's like he's gonna make.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up, though, dude.
He's gonna make.
Listen,
he's gonna make a joke and
this
get struck
was funny,
by
and then
lightning.
all of a sudden it's like, I'm gonna pretend to be dead.
I'm gonna pretend to be dead and see if anybody gives a shit because I don't think anybody does.
It's gonna be.
Adam,
it's gonna
you
be,
will have the entirety of Toe Nation going, what the fuck?
It's gonna be like that Jim Gaffigan joke where he's like, he said, "I'm gonna make a joke and then I'm gonna get struck by lightning," and then he does that like voice that he does whenever he's talking for the audience, and he's like, "He made a Jesus joke and he got electrocuted. It was the greatest show I've ever seen."
Oh yeah,
and it helped my
I love it
faith.
when he just keeps doing that, and like it starts to become really meta because it's
and
like
then he'll say something like, "He's doing the voice again."
doing the voice. I don't sound like that.
Andreas, I need you to go on as soon as people start liking the image or commenting on the image, or somebody. I need you to go on there, and you need to do this. You need to suddenly remove my posts. And say, we apologize for that.
No, I can't do that.
This is becoming a fucking conspiracy.
No, man. I don't.
This is almost as elaborate.
This is becoming fucked up. I mean, it was already fucked up, but now it's like...
Andres, this is almost as elaborate.
Should I do this image or not?
What image are you doing now? I'm so lost.
The one that Andres wanted.
All I wanted was like a link in Photoshop, and all of a sudden we're like talking about Adam dying tragically or some shit. Oh my God.
No, we're good. I think I'm good with the remember.
Okay.
No, it needs to be more theatrical.
Oh God. This is gonna turn. Adam's gonna like stage like an elaborate murder scene.
Gimp?
Oh God.
Actually, no. I'm going to Sony Vegas. I'm doing a bill.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
No, my
what if,
God.
like, what if you, like, this is fucked up. Like, what if you joked, like, that bear that's mounted above your bed, like, fell on you while you were sleeping?
And then it actually happened?
Exactly. That would be fucked up. That's why.
Well, we're all going to die one day anyways, Bill. So why not? Why not just scream YOLO?
What? I thought I was a Highlander.
Well, then you still might die, Bill, because there can only be one.
There can be only one, Dylan. Way to fuck up a classic pop culture milestone.
I have no regrets.
Sean Connery plays the best Spaniard ever.
I know. I love how he's a Scottish actor in Scotland playing an Egyptian Spaniard. It's like, what psychopath thought of this?
About as much.
What stupid ass cat? I just imagine that I always thought that he was just like in universe. He was just a crazy guy who liked to pretend that he was Spanish.
That makes about as much sense as an American actor in America playing Attila the Hun.
That would never happen though. And then and it's like in a radiation zone, so he actually like became like Asian during the course because he got mutated.
He became Asian.
Because that's what radiation does to you, is it changes your ethnicity.
Into Asian. He felt himself growing shorter. There's a werewolf transformation scene.
And instead of the snarl, it's just oh!
His facial expressions become. He gets those like anime facial expressions.
He just turns into an anime character.
His proportions start turning chibi style.
Yeah. Oh, somebody needs to make this show now.
That should be like you remember like the Son of the Invisible Man. This needs to be made into like a black and white parody short.
I know. Well, so it's like
he's becoming like aware Asian.
It's kind of like an anime version of The Mask is basically what this
he's becoming a weeaboo.
A wee.
Oh my god.
Oh, Wereaboo.
That would be like a Jekyll and Hyde type thing. It's like he drinks like...
That is officially the name, Andres.
No, here's my pitch for like...
That's the title of the episode. Wereaboos.
Wereaboos. No, here's my pitch for like a short film. A guy goes to FYE and he buys one of those like Asian candies and he eats it and he becomes a Wereaboo. And he just starts wearing like tight shirts with like fucking Attack on Titan shit on them.
Wait, you can turn into a Wereaboo just from eating Japanese candy?
Yes.
My God, I've tried Pocky. No.
Oh, fuck.
Dylan looks down. He's significantly shorter. He's wearing one of those bright leather jackets that like gaming people wear in like the professional gaming arenas.
So it turns out that you guys are over dramatizing this Wereaboo thing a lot, because it turns out that all that it does is just make your penis smaller and have you ridiculous amount of more pubes.
That's terrible.
And way less body hair.
No, except
it's like a reverse werewolf transformation where it just sucks in.
Don't forget the neck beard.
Yes, the neck beard.
And the fedora wearing.
Oh yes, and the fedora. We can't forget that.
That reminds me of a stand-up bit from Cat Williams, who has this whole bit about how the fact that he's small in stature, and he's like, when steroids first came out, I thought it was the best thing ever. Is like, because it can beef you up really fast. He said, but then I found out about the side effects. It was like, it makes your dick little. And he said, make your dick little. That's just from Satan.
Yeah. I remember in GTA 4, they made this big deal out of this fucking character. I don't remember. I think his name was Brucey. And he was fucking crazy. He would, like, ram his head into walls, and everybody thought he was on steroids, but then he reveals that he's not on steroids, but that he injects bull shark testosterone into his dick. And then later on, and then Nico's like, that shit makes your balls fall off. He's like, yo, you're out of your mind. And then later on in the game, I think his balls actually fall off.
So if I'm turning into an anime character, do I at least get superpowers, or?
Well, no, you get the power. It's like the mask. Like you get like the abilities of an anime character. So like the mask is able to use like cartoon physics.
But no one seems to acknowledge the fact that you have reality bending powers.
Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, that shit's normal.
That always bothered me growing up as a kid with that movie. Anyways.
Indeed. Well, anyway, back to like growing up and movies and all that. The reason why I bring up this whole thing with Godzilla Final War is of like seeing a movie trailer when you're a kid and having nostalgia for it, but then never seeing the movie. Maybe you guys can clarify this for me, particularly you, Andres, because I think you know this franchise. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but at the beginning of the Godzilla Final Wars DVD, the 50th anniversary one that Sony put out.
Let me guess. Steam Boy.
No,
that one is mine. That took me forever to watch, and I was so let down with the movie.
I have nostalgia for that. Still haven't seen the movie, but that one fits too. But Final Fantasy Advent Children,
is
that a movie?
Yes.
Or is that a game?
It's a sequel to a game from
That is fucking whack, man.
There, Andres, go on Toho Nation. I just made it for you.
Let's see. We'll get back to FF7.
Yeah, let's not get too far away from that.
No, don't make it the Facebook group photo.
Oh God, I'm terrified to find out what this is now. If Andres had that, no, Andres has that reaction to everything, so it's probably nothing.
It's nothing bad. It really isn't.
Oh my God, that's so fun. I scrolled down and I just see this picture of a guy lighting his nose hair on fire, and I was like, "Is that Adam?" And I was like, "Nah, he would never do that."
Like, nah.
So then the one day I do it and I die, everyone freaks out.
That would be like, I would be like, I never thought Adam would be the guy to do that.
I forgot, you were born in 95, Adam, or 96?
96. I'm the youngest
96.
one.
Right, but I keep forgetting how many years younger you are than Bill and Dylan.
I'm only a year younger than Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just a little tight, still in high school. My
Bill's
balls haven't dropped.
I just remember the hilariousness of that first time we met, where I'm like, Adam, I think you're quite a few years older than me, but
No, I'm actually a year younger than you, Bill.
I was blown away.
Listen here, Sonny.
Let me tell you about olden times, where we used to have these things called MP3 players.
Remember Video Now?
Remember HD DVD? That was how we did it back in my day.
So I didn't realize until now how philosophical that fucking picture looks.
It literally looks like a fucking it's almost like somebody died from a famous movie franchise, and then this is commemorating them, their role. It's like Adam Noyce's favorite role as Jiminy Cricket. It will be remembered forever. You know, Adam, I'm gonna make a movie and cast you as Jiminy Cricket. That sounds like
no. He's supposed to. Adam would make a horrible conscience.
But that's it. He would be amazing because it would make no sense. And Andres, he would be like the fox, because he'd be like all.
Me,
he'd
the
be
fox.
morally ambiguous. Yeah, you're morally ambiguous.
I think Andres. Wait, who's Pinocchio?
Dylan would be Geppetto, and then I would be Pinocchio.
And then David's the whale.
David's the whale.
And then
we're just shitting on David. You know what, David? This is what you get for not showing up, is you get jokes like, oh, you're the whale from Pinocchio.
You know what David would say if he was here? He would say that Fat Bill should be the whale.
No, that joke's too smart for David.
Fat Bill.
Fat Bill.
Also, I thought of something. The Chinless Wonder.
He would come up.
Hang on, that really doesn't make any sense if you're trying to make a fat joke. Because
first off, he doesn't say the Chinless Wonder. He says the Chinless Wonder.
No, it does, because it's got George Lucas,
basically
where your neck is
said.
so fat it just swallows up your chin.
Well, my neck isn't fat. I'm just so fat that I have multiple chins.
Which is swallowing.
You see, he would try to come up with some elaborate put down, but then we would examine it and realize that it makes no sense.
And then he would respond with, "Shut up!"
Exactly. See, David, this is what you get for not showing up tonight, buddy. I'm sorry.
I just feel so bad for people who are just joining Toho Nation for all
I don't know, I've come here for some fun Godzilla talk, and then there's a fucking guy with the cover remember this guy, who may or may not be dead.
Yeah, I still see people Okay.
Somebody talk.
I still see people who are new apologizing when they talk about something other than Toho, and I'm like,
it's like you have no idea how far away we get from the
we like
thing.
to keep things rather tokusatsu related, but here we just don't care. We're a bunch of geeks.
It got to a point where David was like, I have to write in the thing, this is the official page for fans of Toho and the Sons of Serizawa, because we never talk about Toho. I think that's our new tagline, is we talk about dicks, pussies, and sometimes we talk about Godzilla. That might be our new tagline.
This podcast is...
It's just, I love it when people, when some people say thanks for the ad, and I actually really like it when people do that. I do, and they're like, thanks for the ad. I'll usually reply something along the lines of, welcome to the madness.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Welcome to the mayhem. Actually, no, I think I'm going to say welcome to the mayhem from now on, because that's kind of become my slogan.
Welcome to the jungle.
And then I'll write welcome to the house of
fun
pain.
and games.
I'll write welcome to the house of pain, and they'll leave terrified of what they've gotten themselves into.
This picture looks way too philosophical for what I really
It's ready for some playtime.
For where it came from, it looks... it's the joke is so complex now that it's hard to figure out what exactly it is.
There are Inception layers, jokes within jokes, and
it's somebody's gonna write 50 years from now, when this podcast is considered an ancient relic of a bygone era. They're gonna analyze this particular episode and write a book about the complexities of this one joke.
This is what I want to happen. I want Adam to explain the joke while Andres does the theme from Inception, like that guy did in that episode of South Park.
Hang on, this is not going to work.
Shut up! I'm telling a story.
This is not going to work on Skype because he's making noises and it's cutting out. It sounds like but I did this but it's madness.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, Sean Barry posted a picture of Sean Barry. This is deep. It's a picture of Shinji Ikari.
My favorite thing that our fans do is, I forget who it is, somebody posts that picture of a cat that just goes, breathing intensified.
Yeah.
Oh, the heavy breathing cat.
Yeah,
And
breathing
I
intensifies.
want to say this: our fans are really awesome. They really are.
Oh, they're fantastic. I love
because
those.
they put up with
those
they're like toilets. They take our shit whenever they take our shit.
Wow, way to be like, I love our fans. They're like toilets.
The five dedicated fans that we have are.
I shit on you, you.
Well, no, they are. They're like toilets.
Shit on you.
They're like toilets. They take our shit whenever we need to. They're always there for us when we need them.
They constantly get clogged.
They constantly get clogged down by the ridiculous. They're
Every now and then we have to plumb.
And whenever I call somebody a toilet, I'm not insulting them. I'm actually complimenting.
I'm a big fan of my toilet.
Where would you be without your toilet, Bill? In all honesty, where would any of us be without their toilet?
In a room full of shit.
In a room full of shit.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen,
the greatest realization of that. Where would you be without your toilet? A room full of shit.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen, never be an outhouse.
That sounds like a reference to Full Metal Jacket, even though it's not.
We'd still be climbing trees, flinging our poo at each other.
No, you see, here's what happens. Kim Jong-il is an asshole.
He's like a toilet.
He's an asshole.
And the
Film Actors Guild are pussies.
Being a dick's not
In
that
America,
bad.
we're dicks. Reckless, arrogant, stupid dicks.
Right.
You know, pussies don't like dicks because, well, pussies get fucked by dicks. But pussies also fuck assholes. And if you don't fuck your asshole...
Whoa, hang on now.
How does that work?
And if you don't fuck the asshole once in a while, you'll get both your dick and your pussy all covered in shit.
I love that quote. A friend of mine tried to send me that entire quote in text message form once when I had my old phone, my dumb phone as I call it. And all I got was, this message was too long to be received. And they were like, did you get my message? And I was like, this message is too long to be received? Yeah, I got it. What the fuck? He's like, oh no, shit. So,
oh no,
an amusing anecdote. But hang on, to go back to where all this came from, movie trailers we saw as a kid.
Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Explain this to me, Andres, please.
Okay, so I want to say, let's see. I think that the year was 1997.
Year was
1997.
Moonlight SY3 was getting ready to take off.
All the world's monsters have been concentrated on one island, where they live in peace.
Of course, this was 2 years before the Keylak invasion.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
and everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
We just made my mind is blown.
So many fucking references.
And now in order to save the world, they must collect the 7 Dragon Balls.
Dragon Ball.
Only then will Naruto find One Piece and become Hokage.
And the dedicated men and women of the New York Police Department. This is their story.
Last time on Dragon Ball.
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Last time, Dragon Ball SVU.
And now,
the continuation
of
Family House.
Family House.
Wow.
That just like completely blew my mind.
We just created the best TV show ever.
I think we just did, in all honesty.
It's just every TV show ever put together.
It's just the greatest TV collaboration since Too Many Cooks.
Starring Bruce Campbell as former President Richard Nixon.
Too many cooks.
You just take every show ever and sling them together like fucking Gundams are fighting Zoids and Goku's having a fight with Pikachu while the SVU detectives are investigating.
Yes, our life.
Being led by Urkel.
The SVU
Pikachu, did Goku touch you?
Oh my god.
The SVU detectives.
Pika Pika! Oh god!
The SVU detectives.
Drop the Gundam!
They're investigating the rape of Archie Bunker's daughter.
Oh my god, this sounds amazing.
One of these days, to the moon!
To the moon, Alice.
Meanwhile,
and just remember to use the Force, Harry. Said by Captain Picard.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Picard.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. This fucking mix.
Picard and his crew trying to catch Heisenberg before he could sell more meth.
Captain Picard retires from the Starship Federation and decides to become a meth dealer. He grows a goatee.
Then he gets paralyzed and starts teaching mutants.
He got mutated by the meth.
No, he has to travel back in time in order for that to happen.
Right.
Then he has to retcon the entire universe.
Oh, that was
Apparently
great.
you can get psychic powers from having your head cut off and set in a tray of Coca-Cola, so why not?
That reference was lost on me, but it was hilarious, so I don't care.
So anyways, Final Fantasy
and then Captain Picard assembles 5 teenagers with attitudes to battle Nazis.
Well, requiring the help of Godzuki to call Godzilla.
That's their Megazord. It's just they call Godzilla. We need Godzilla power now. It's not even Godzilla. It's like fucking Gorgo or some shit. No, it's that monster from that fucking Honda commercial where it was remember that old Honda commercial? What was it Honda where it's that giant monster and the giant robot and they fight, but then they fall in love and they fuck and they have a baby that's a car.
Wait, what?
No.
You guys don't remember this? Hang on, I gotta find it because it aired with the Super Bowl. I just don't remember what year. In the meantime, Andres, explain Final Fantasy VII and children.
So, back in 1997, a video game, an RPG.
Oh, that's where that all started. Okay.
Yeah. In 1997, an RPG game called Final Fantasy VII was released for the PlayStation 1, and kind of, I guess you can say, revolutionized RPGs and was incredibly popular. To this day, Final Fantasy VII has a ridiculously large hardcore fan base. And I guess in 2005? Yeah, I think it was 2005. They Square Enix, the developers behind the Final Fantasy franchise, they developed a CG movie, which was a sequel to that game. And I guess the general consensus is that it's a very pretty looking movie, but the story's pretty terrible.
Well, I just remember whenever I would watch it, I'd be like, "This is so depressing."
What it did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the game itself is full of like life and personality and charm, while the game,
I was
the
like,
movie,
I want to kill myself right now.
That's the thing.
As a up and coming fan of Final Fantasy, in general, Final Fantasy VII really is the best one. It is in terms of story, in terms of characters, in terms of options. It's the best one. The movie, what the problem with the movie is that it took all those characters and just threw them away.
Or at least it threw them at the very end of the movie, saying, "Hey guys, check it out! All these characters are here fighting a random kaiju."
Right. That's what happened, and
you're like,
It strangely matches the story of Final War. At least the trail. Again, I have no idea. I know nothing about Final Fantasy or about that movie, but I remember being like, this strangely sets you up for some of the more depressing moments in Godzilla Final Wars. Mainly everybody in the fucking world being dead.
I don't know about you, but I never saw Final Wars as a depressing movie.
I did as a kid, because it's like I would realize, like, oh my god, everybody's fucking dead.
Would they say that?
Yeah, well, it's more implied, because there's a line where Captain Gordon goes, "We're the only ones left," and I was like, holy shit.
Just got Vincent Price on our asses.
I know, exactly. We are the last men and women on Earth. We must find Godzilla.
We're the last people on Earth.
I'm a man. The last man.
Now imagine, like,
I am the Omega Man. Ah!
I would love to see Vincent Price go up against the Exilians.
Charlton Heston.
I gotta be completely honest. Charlton Heston in the Omega Man is the saving grace of that movie. He did a really good job in that film.
I mean, you put him in anything, and he just goes to town.
The man can act.
You have him hunt bears, he goes to town. Doesn't matter. Bear. No, but just imagine if Charlton Heston had played Captain Gordon. That would have been amazing.
There are two things you don't know about the Earth.
Peru because he was dead.
One is me, and the other is Soylent Green is
Oh, no, he wasn't dead. That's right.
Didn't he die in, like, 2010?
Yeah, something like that. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, there are two things you don't know about the Earth, kid. One of them is me, and the other is the NRA.
Soylent Greenest people.
And that is the other thing. There are technically three things.
Hold on, there are four. Hold on, it's called Godzilla. Ah!
You know, now that I think about it, there are probably a lot of things you don't know about the Earth, because you're not from here. Ah!
The Exilians launch their attack and blow up, like, the Self-Defense Forces base, and he's like, you blew it up!
Okay, and then he gets in an epic fight, and then all of a sudden you see the Exilian commander, right? He's pouring gasoline on all their bodies, or he's getting ready to kill them all. And then all of a sudden they get this all-epic battle, right, like it is in the film. And then they pin, Charlton Heston manages to pin the ground. Remember, it's covered in gas now because of the stupid Exilian. And you see Charlton Heston, he has his back turned on him, and he goes, you just forgot one thing. And then the Exilian goes, what? And he turns around, he's got a cigarette, and it's smoking. And he's like, I'm a smoker. And he throws the cigarette, and then it blows up the ship.
Doomsday.
It's Doomsday. I've got some crystals here waiting to be put into a control console. What do you expect me to do with crystals? Use them to blow up the Earth. What else are you going to do with them?
Why is the control panel made of crystals? Was the bomb suddenly designed by Kryptonians?
It must have been, because this... Also, it's like... Didn't the Earth, like, in that continuity end in, like, the 90s or some shit? It's like, at what point were we using crystal controllers to blow up the shit?
The people of the 60s believed that the Earth would be run by crystals. What a bad mistake.
Planet of the Crystals.
Planet of the Crystal. It's a good thing the apes took over, otherwise this place would have looked like a jewelry store. From hell.
Planet of the crystalline entity.
But anyway.
My mic was off, but I was laughing at that reference, Dylan.
it's just instead of Dr. Zaius, you have Lore.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But anyway.
Final Fantasy.
But no, hang on. I've kind of said everything I've had to say about that.
All right.
What are some movie trailers that you guys saw? Like, because this was big when, kind of in the early days of DVDs, and you know, and during the era of VHS, where you couldn't skip the commercials. At least not everybody knew how. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't know you could skip the commercials on DVDs until I was a little bit older, because I was so used to VHS tapes. But especially with VHS, because it would require you to fast forward to get to the movie. But I remember with a lot of Disney movies, I would see commercials for things that I never saw. Like, there's one that is so vivid in my mind, but I have no idea what movie it is. Where it was like it really scared me as a kid. Where it was like this movie about chimps, like, invading a town, and they were like these fucking, like, I doubt the movie is anywhere near as dark as I remember it.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, it was 1997's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. No, but it was like these chimps, and they were like fucking, like, invading this town, and everybody was scared of them, and they were trying to kill them, but they really weren't attacking. It was weird. And I might have made up this memory in my head, but I just remember it scared. I might be like misinterpreting it at the beginning of Congo, mixing it with like Dunstan Checks In, which is another trailer that I never saw the movie. What about you boys?
Let's see. I already mentioned Shaolin Soccer. Well, go ahead, Adam.
And it is Steam Boy, and I will tell you exactly why in the description right there. Why I remember that trailer so much. And why I didn't get to see it.
Just says alcohol.
God, he linked video.
It's a song from the soundtrack.
It's the trailer music.
Brace yourself, boys.
Oh,
yeah, that
music was epic, though. All the trailers on 2000's Godzilla DVDs were awesome.
Remember the trailer on the... Speaking of Godzilla DVD trailers, do you remember that one specific trailer was called, like... what was it called? Anaconda, Hunt for the Blood Orchid or something?
I have that movie on DVD, yes.
So how was that movie that's been advertised and inked or, like, sharpened or, like, carved into our brains?
Not very good. If you didn't like the first one, well, let me tell you about the second one. Yeah, it's not very good.
Did that ever was that supposed to be a theatrically released sequel, or
it was? I saw that movie in theaters, motherfucker.
Ah, okay, because I recall something like that. Now what?
And I'll tell you, I was obsessed with that movie as a kid. Me and my cousin used to watch that movie constantly, and I never even liked it. But it was just like it was this weird bond that we had over this movie that I didn't even like. But she loved it.
Yeah.
So we would just watch it constantly. Even to this day, whenever we're like together, we always make references to Anaconda Hunt for the Blood Orchid. And then we watched the original, and we were like, this movie sucks ass.
Are there now 4 Anaconda movies or something like that?
Yeah, there's 2 theatrical ones, and then there's a bunch that were released on Sci-Fi Channel later. And the third one has David Hasselhoff in it.
Of course, there's also the brilliant movie from Sci-Fi Channel, Piranhaconda.
Oh, by the way, here's some weird trivia for you. Apparently, the director of Anaconda Hunt for the Blood Orchid is the same director of Free Willy 1 and 2.
Huh.
So that's the pedigree you're dealing with there, kid.
Interesting you should say that, because I've never seen it, but I have nostalgia for the trailer of Free Willy 2. It was on either my VHS of Mask of the Phantasm or my VHS of Sub-Zero. One of them 2 Batman TAS pictures.
Oh, no. Sub-Zero had the trailer for Free Willy 3 on it, because I remember that vividly.
Well, maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of then. I don't fucking know.
And Free Willy 3 had a trailer for Batman Sub-Zero. Now, we've talked about this. I have the reverse thing with this. You have nostalgia for the Free Willy trailer because it was on Mask of the Phantasm. I have nostalgia for the Mask of the Phantasm trailer because it was on the Free Willy VHS.
Oh, yes.
Cross-promotion.
I didn't see that movie until I was way older. Well, not way older, maybe 6 years later. Because I watched Free Willy when I was not even cognitive. I don't even remember the first time I saw that movie. So, and that trailer is really, really good. It's very atmospheric. It's like the Batman in his first motion picture debut ever, and I'm like, that's not fucking true. There was a movie that came out last year with Batman in it. What are you talking about?
I mean, it was really bad, but it came out.
Yeah, it was there, but it sucked balls, but Sorry to anybody listening who likes Batman Returns, but I hate you.
Fuck you, Bill.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't even like 89, so you know where my heart's at. I love Batman Forever, though.
You can burn in hell, motherfucker.
I will anyway. Don't worry about it. It's not. There are way.
Who am I kidding? I'm gonna join you anyways.
Probably.
Andres,
just for being on this show.
Andres, you have to admit that Batman Returns has a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, I do admit, but I still like the movie.
Oh, an interesting bit of trivia: the guy who directed Steamboy wrote 2 issues of the comic Batman Black and White.
Really?
Yeah.
Batman Black and White's awesome. It's more of it's kind of written what if we were still in the 40s and Batman was an issue-to-issue detective story, so.
But is the whole entire thing awesome, or is there a couple issues that aren't so awesome? Because then my question would be, did he write those issues?
Well, it's like any anthology thing where if there's no continuity, it depends on the story. You know what I mean? Because it's if it's no continuity... Yeah, exactly. It's one issue can be brilliant and then one can suck balls. Same thing with Legends of the Dark Knight.
Same thing with Godzilla.
One issue would be brilliant, and then one would have Batman fighting Cobra, and it's fuck you. By the way, speaking of the DCU...
Cobra as in the terrorist organization?
Yes, but the one from the DC universe, not the one that everybody knows about.
There's a Cobra from the DC universe.
Yeah, you never watched Batman Beyond, motherfucker? You remember
Oh,
Cobra?
those guys, yeah.
I need to rewatch Batman Beyond. My memories are so scant.
The worst episodes of that show were the ones with fucking Cobra.
Including the series finale?
Cobra!
No, the technical series finale. Wait, are you talking about Epilogue from Justice League or the last episode?
The last episode where he takes off his mask to save a little boy.
Oh yeah, that is a Cobra story. For some reason in season 3 of Batman Beyond, they were like, we're just gonna run Cobra into the ground, and it was already run into the ground because nobody gave a fuck.
Probably because
I don't know what they were thinking.
Probably because too many people got it confused with Cobra.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I guarantee you that Cobra was invented before the one that we all know, and nobody remembers. It was so obscure that nobody remembers it, because then the Cobra from G.I. Joe came along and it was way more famous.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you that's what happened. So here, somebody look it up and tell me if that's... Find out when the Cobra Society was
kind of like how the Foot from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has become infinitely more popular or known than the Hand from the Marvel.
Right. Well, the stuff that TMNT is parodying, it's like everybody forgets that it's a parody of Frank Miller's Daredevil comics, and that technically the original TMNT run is in continuity with Daredevil because it was a parody and nobody gave a fuck. Because I think in the first TMNT comic, the canister that made Matt Murdock blind and also gave him the superpowers is the same thing that makes the Turtles mutants. I don't know why it didn't also make them blind, but you know.
It turned them into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, hang on. In Matt Murdock's origin, in whatever version you want to talk about, was he blinded by the car accident or by the chemicals?
By the chemicals? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the chemicals.
See, I would assume the opposite. I would assume that the car accident made him blind, and then the chemicals gave him the superpowers, and they were just independent of each other.
I always thought the chemicals did both.
I guess that makes sense, but that would be bizarre. I don't know, I have to reread early Daredevil again, even though it's not very good.
Chemicals can do anything in the DC Universe, Bill. They can turn you into the Joker, they can make you made out of clay, they can do anything.
Daredevil is not a DC character, Dylan.
Oh, why did I say DC? I meant to say in the comic, in comics in general.
Very true.
You get a vat of chemicals, they can do anything.
I mean, just look at the frickin' Hulk mythos. Like, gamma radiation basically does whatever the writer wants it to do.
It's like if you say, "So, but what chemicals did you drop him in?" Chemicals. But what kind of chemicals? Chemicals.
Those are toxic chemicals.
That was the same thing with the Spirit, with his origin, where it's like, he got caught in a vat of chemicals, which put him in a temporary coma, and everyone thought he died, and then he came back to life because of those random chemicals.
Okay, I'll give you an example that is DC. Doesn't the Flash, at least one incarnation, get his powers from a?
Well, Barry Allen in the very early Barry Allen, like 40s Barry Allen, was a fucking retard because he was like, I'm just gonna sit here wearing no protection and fuck around with exposed chemicals. And then that gives them superpowers. And then later on, they made it a little bit more. And when I say, I mean really a little bit more realistic, where fucking it's a bunch of chemicals that get struck by lightning that then change his amino acid structure, which is what gives him the powers.
How did Wally happen?
So
I have no idea.
So they took chemicals and then added lightning.
Right, exactly. Which makes a little bit more sense, because at least something is altering the chemicals. I don't know what
Somebody in the comments, please tell me, or explain to me what happened to Wally, because I genuinely like Wally as a character and want to kind of know what happened.
Well, Andres, you're on the DC Wiki right now. You fucking look that shit up after the Cobra Society.
It's really hard to find the Cobra Society, because there's like a million things called Cobra in both Marvel and DC.
You can't find them even on the Wiki? Jesus, these...
I don't know, there's like King Cobra 2. King Cobra Earth 2, King Cobra 1, Earth 1, King Cobra 2, Earth 1.
Why can't they just make one big-ass article?
I have a question. In the new Batman vs. Robin movie that's DC Animated Universe is coming out, which I'm so excited for.
Whoa! There's a movie called Batman vs. Robin?
Yeah, and apparently it takes some elements from Court of Owls, I believe, because I saw a picture of the owl guy.
I saw the trailer. I watched the trailers, and those fucking the Court of Owls, I'm so curious as to what the fuck those are.
Oh, I read the arc. They're like, it's nothing that Batman has never fought before.
It's another.
It's a secret society that apparently has been there since the beginning of Gotham's origin, and Batman's been searching.
It's another secret society.
Actually, you know what, Adam? Pretty much.
How many?
They're like the Gotham Illuminati.
Pretty much.
How many secret societies are there running Gotham anyway? Aren't there like?
There's like a million. There's Leviathan. There's the Court of. But apparently, the Court of Owls has been there the longest, since they were there since Gotham was established. Which is what I think they tie that in with Jonah Hex in the New 52, where Jonah Hex has to fight the Court of Owls.
What year was Gotham established exactly? Did they ever say? Because
the Old West times. That's all I know.
Because if they never say, I prefer to believe that it was established in 1789.
Why so specific? Because that's not Old West times, Dylan.
Because in 1989, in the movie, it was their 200th anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you didn't know this, Bill? God.
Oh, yeah, they were celebrating that.
Gotham is celebrating the bicentennial in Batman '89.
don't really care what Batman.
Wow.
You know what, Bill? You need an enema.
I actually do. I could use an enema. That'd be nice. My asshole's all fucked up.
So
Bill yells at me for not liking Man of Steel, but yet, and he says.
When have I ever yelled at you for not liking Man of Steel?
Constantly. And then all of a sudden, when somebody says that they like Batman '89, when they like Batman '89, Bill has no tolerance. He's like, nope,
no, I'm like,
they need to go fuck. Nope.
Adam, in this situation, was Bill drunk and high and thinking everyone had something to do with the Master?
This is very true.
I'm usually like, I completely agree with all of Man of Steel's problems, but I still enjoy it despite that.
I still think it's a fucking piece of shit, however.
But that's how I feel about 89. It's like,
because
everybody enjoys it.
Because 89 is a masterpiece.
I can't wait to watch it fight back.
Yes, Bill.
Not to me. But listen, you guys love it. I wish I could love it, but I can't. I don't know why, but I just can't do it.
Especially that kick-ass soundtrack.
There has to be something. There has to be something you like about it, though. Like,
oh, there's lots of things I like about it, like the atmosphere of it.
What about
Billy
Jack
G. Williams?
He's in like 2 seconds of it.
Dude,
did you like him in those 2 seconds?
No. Lando Dent is in several scenes. Okay, he's
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the bottom of my.
He's in that one scene, and then he's in the mayor's office.
Yes.
I think.
Oh yeah.
And then I think he's there at the end.
He's always great. Billy D. Williams is a great.
And he might have been at Bruce Wayne's party. I don't remember.
That scene makes no sense.
Oh, what makes no... He's throwing a fucking party. What do you mean it makes no sense?
He's like, I don't know who Bruce Wayne is. Then he just is like, I'm Bruce Wayne. It's like, well,
because he's Batman. He likes to fuck around with people, dig into their psychology or whatever.
Well, he's like, I'm not going to tell this person who I am. That'll tell me things about their psychology.
No, he probably just does that because, like, usually it's to be an asshole and also to, like, avoid press. But then he took another look at Vicky Vale and he's like, you know what? I'd fuck that.
Batman's like, I'd fuck that. Oh, you know what's something I genuinely like that nobody ever talks about? I love that scene in the kitchen with him and Vicky Vale and Alfred's like telling stories.
Yeah.
I like that scene.
That's a good scene.
There's a great callback.
And of course, Nicholson is the Joker. I'm never going to dispute that.
There's a great callback in Batman Returns where Alfred's like, how are we going to fix the Batmobile? We can't take it to any mechanic. It's a matter of security. And Batman says, security? You let Vicky Vale in the Batcave. I'm just sitting there working, and I turn around, and there she is.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's clever.
Okay, so King Cobra apparently has been around since 1961.
Wait, does King Cobra does King Cobra?
Is that a character or an organization?
A character.
No, I'm looking for the organization.
Wait, does King Cobra run Cobra? Because if that's the case, then they probably came out around the same time. I mean, Cobra Commander runs Cobra, so.
Well said, Dylan. Well said. You know what Cobra Commander does? What is he commands Cobra?
He yells Cobra.
So, Andre, I'm looking for the organization, not whoever that dude is. I don't
see any sort of organization here. I just see a bunch of people named King Cobra.
What's that?
I'm gonna handle this myself.
What's that snake dude's name from Justice League and Justice League?
Copperhead.
Copperhead. That guy.
Cobra.
You're gonna get a bunch of G.I. Joe results, I'm telling you.
Founded on the first search.
Founded in 1789 when Gotham was in...
I might be wrong on this. Cobra Cult created in... Not telling me when it was created. Alright, it says 76. So I don't know if that's the year it was made or... I'm going to say 76. So is that before or after? When was Cobra established in G.I. Joe?
No, that I'll most likely find.
Cobra Command. Publisher. Fictional nemesis of G.I. Joe.
You guys remember...
1982, so DC was first. Alright, that makes more sense now.
You guys remember Brother Blood from the Teen Titans cartoon?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
He's like way scarier looking in the comics. He's got this like Mola Ram thing going on.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember this. Wow, that 5-hour energy I took is crashing hard. And they're supposed to not crash. Fuck you, 5-hour energy, you're fucking liars.
Those things taste like shit.
Yeah.
That's how they wake you up.
When we had them right before, like, moments before we went on our, whatever, 1 day long journey.
When we went on our
It was not 8 hours. Hey, it was not 8 hours.
Whatever.
It was more like 18 hours. No, you have to get that accurate, because that was the worst day of my life. No, I'm kidding.
That was the first time I ever tried those 5-hour things.
Oh yeah, they're like blood to me. That's how much I take them.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh.
That was the first
Which is
time
apparently not good.
That was the first time I had ever actually drank one before too, and I was like, I thought BC powders were bad.
Yeah, no, you guys are like whinging in the back, and I was just like, yep, tastes like coffee to me.
Oh, like, ah.
Strangely enough, Bill doesn't like coffee.
I don't. I'm a hot chocolate man. But that doesn't wake you up in the morning, so that's why I have to take 5-hour energy.
By the way, Dylan,
we were pretty...
Yeah?
We were pretty good, though. We were running on, 2 hours of sleep, and we were... I mean, we took some naps along the day, but, you know...
Wait, what kept us up all night before heading out on the road?
Well, first it was Dragon Ball Evolution.
Right, we had to do all of that, yeah.
And then we started watching Batman the Animated Series.
Well, we started to watch Batman Mask of the Phantasm, but then we decided, no, wait, let's watch the Two-Face two-parter.
Because that'll be shorter, and it actually...
Was I asleep during that time?
Yeah, you fell asleep as soon as Dylan put it on. I managed to get through the first part.
You fell asleep.
And Mothra was the previous day.
Right.
You
fell asleep during Mothra, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, this guy once fell asleep on Skype, so...
Oh, that was amazing. We'll never be able to recapture the magic of that moment.
Good.
I have never laughed harder in my life, except at that, because that was just like... That was amazing.
I mean, I've laughed harder than that in my life because your cat fell through your ceiling, but...
Right. Aside from that, prior to that point, it was Andres falling asleep in the middle of us playing Cards Against Humanity. Nothing will ever be able to top just like the amount of things that have to go into that in order to happen.
What do you think about this card, Andres?
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 And it took us we were so unsure of how to wake him up because we were yelling at him.
And then I woke up like, oh hey guys, what's going on?
Andres, donde está? And then didn't you leave and then we watched Lost Skeleton of Cadavra? Was that the same night?
No, Andres stayed for Lost Skeleton of Cadavra.
Oh, it was after that he fell asleep?
No.
Yeah. No.
That was I woke up and then we watched Lost Skeleton. I was struggling so hard to keep myself awake at that point.
Because I was like, guys, I'm pulling an all-nighter and watching the Lost Skeleton of Cadavra.
Yeah.
And you're both like, we'll do it with you.
And that was a horrible decision for me.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm about to die. And it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'm still up. And then the second I got off the call, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, fuck.
Pussies.
I know, I'm really bad at pulling an all-nighter, because around 7:30 is when I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually tired now. Because prior to that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it, no problem. And then it's like, oh shit, I'm so tired. I tried to do it last night, and I made the biggest mistake. I was like, I'm jonesing for some documentaries. So I put on a shark documentary. I put on a documentary about salmon sharks. And I was like, cool. And then 5 minutes in, I was out like a light. And I woke up at 1:30, which is better than what I've been doing, but I still was like, fuck.
The problem is determining at what point you can allow yourself to go to sleep. At what point is your all-nighter over?
That's the question. I think it's around... At the point it starts becoming an all-nighter is when it's 6:30. Once the sun is up, it's an all-nighter. You have been up all night, literally.
No, to me,
the time of day that we qualify as night has completely elapsed.
To me, if I'm still sitting up at 4 or 5, at that point it's all right, might as well make a night of it.
No, 4 or 5 is I could still go to sleep.
Start boiling some water.
5:30, I'm like, yeah, it's not that bad. When it's 7 is when I'm like, all right, this is getting a little ridiculous now. I got into this really heavy story arc in Angel when I was binge watching it, and I was like, I gotta go to bed. But I can't because this shit's too intense. So I was like, I guess I'm pulling an all-nighter. And then I started falling asleep during an intense episode, and I was like, if I can't stay awake for this shit, I can't.
So wait. Little Muppet puppet controlling human with his back open and you want the hand again and all that shit is fine, but you can't get through Breaking Bad.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like he spent so much time watching this entire series, but yet he can't finish Attack on Titan or Breaking Bad.
Andres, it was.
I was into Angel though, dude.
Andres, it was great because when we were doing DFOS, we had another various conversation about why Bill should finish Breaking Bad, and he used that same line about, well, it's just too depressing. I have to take a break from it, and I was just like, well, maybe you should just stop being a pussy.
Well, it's a different type of thing. It's also like there's more. I wrote something. I don't know if I wrote it on Facebook or Twitter. I wrote, Angel basically has everything that I like in fiction, except giant robots and giant monsters. That's the only thing it's missing. And then in the last episode, there's a dragon. So I was like, I got it.
Does it have morphing?
I mean, Angel transforms into a vampire. So yeah.
Is the continuity fucked up?
Yeah, but they do it on purpose. There's a major continuity distortion in Season 5, which is part of why it took me a long time to get into it.
There are cracks in space, no.
Well, no, Angel... See, people who are listening might go and watch Angel later, but something happens where Angel makes a deal with somebody where if he does something, they have to change some major thing about reality so that way somebody will be able to live a happy life.
He sells his marriage to Mary Jane.
No, he sells some other member of his family. So if you're an Angel fan listening, you know who I'm talking about, but it's not his wife.
He has a wife?
But anyway. No, he never gets married. At least, I don't know. Does he ever?
I was about to say he has a wife. That joke actually kind of works. That was a shot in the dark.
Well,
man.
He's got somebody who might as well be his wife. They fucked long enough. When you fuck somebody for over 100 years, I think they might as well be your wife at that point.
That's a nice qualification to have.
But they were demons, so I guess they couldn't get married because, demons.
Unholy matrimony.
Legal system. They get legally married.
Dude,
there's actually a lot of legal demonic politics in Angel, which is one of the most interesting things about it. Because they basically reveal in Season 5 that the entire Hollywood entertainment industry is run by demons.
I mean, they could still get married. It's fine. They just go to Las Vegas to one of those drive-through chapels, right? They pull up to the window. They got a priest dressed as Elvis, right? He's like, do you take this hunka burning love?
Well, no, actually, Angel had a soul at that point, so he actually could have gotten married in the eyes of the powers that be, as the being that is basically God in the Angel continuity is referred to, or TBT as they for short, the powers that be. What was I saying now? I don't remember.
Movies that are we already done with that movie trailer thing?
No, does anybody... I mean, there's actually something else I want to get to before Andres, you get into the news. But does anybody else have anything they want to say about the whole movie trailers thing?
I have never actually sat down and watched Disney's Pocahontas.
I haven't since I was a young child, so I don't remember anything about it. That's an example of a movie that I saw a long time ago that I remember.
But I clearly remember the trailer on the Lion King VHS.
I do too.
Yeah.
It was way more dramatic than the movie.
And it made a big deal about it, this is Walt Disney's, their 20 or 30-something feature film. And you had, what's his name, Roy Disney or something, introduce the movie or talk about it. You're like, whoa, wow.
Roy Crocker?
he's like...
Roy Crocker is the head of McDonald's who's going to introduce this Disney movie.
Yeah, made a big deal out of it, and yeah. You ever? Here's another experience that you have you guys ever experienced this where you're watching a trailer, you watch an old DVD or an old VHS, and you come across a movie coming soon to theaters in 1995, and you're like, oh shit, because I felt
coming soon in 1995, 20 fucking years ago.
Hercules, Disney's Hercules.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go back and watch those old VHS tapes.
Well, you guys, I just realized total conspiracy. I think Disney's Pocahontas might be about the genocide of the American Indian. I know it's a shock.
Whoa! Are there cans in it that are turned different ways?
I don't know. I've never actually seen it.
True.
Or it's very funny how you come across a teaser trailer, one of those Pixar teaser trailers where it's original footage that has nothing to do with the actual movie that they've done.
You guys remember the teaser trailer for Dinosaur?
Yeah!
Fucking awesome.
Fucking badass. It was like a mini movie. It was fucking awesome.
It was the best short film you've ever seen, but it was
Yeah. and then the movie was way not that good. I mean,
the movie was not very good. However, there was one thing that I do say did the movie really good. And for me, made me feel worth watching, and that is that amazing, amazing soundtrack by James Newton Howard.
For me,
is that who did it?
Yeah, he did it.
That's great.
He went on a Disney binge. He did Atlantis, The Lost Continent, and he did my personal favorite Disney animated movie overall. I'd have to say goes to Treasure Planet, and he did the soundtrack for that. Fucking love Treasure Planet. That is an underrated movie.
Oh, you just mentioned Atlantis, The Lost Continent. I just rewatched that movie a couple weeks ago.
That is a good
movie. They put it on Netflix. Holds up really well.
I like it until the last act. The last act, I said, it got so cliched at that last act.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to go further. I think it falls apart once they actually get to Atlantis.
I liked a lot of the mythos that they made with Atlantis and them exploring Atlantis, and I didn't realize until my latest viewing that Leonard Nimoy does the voice of the Emperor.
He does. I realized that
and
too.
I was like, oh my god, it's Leonard Nimoy!
The voice actor I didn't realize was, I'm watching the movie and I'm like, Milo's voice sounds really familiar. Who is that guy? Michael J. Fox, and I was like, never knew that.
I love the scene where I love it.
It's not technically. It's technically. They did a bunch of episodes for a series of Atlantis that never got aired, so they just combined it into a movie.
It's kind of like what they did with a lot of.
Clearly not Michael J. Fox voicing him, and it's really bad.
I love the scene where he gets recruited. I love the scene where he gets recruited to go on the fucking. To go on the expedition, because there's that great scene where like the blonde chick, right? I don't remember if she shows up at his house or like invites him. No, he goes to like this little rich dude's house, right? And she's there. And, like,
no, she's at his house.
She invites him to go there, and then she takes him to that old man's house.
I also love the build-up where she's like making him seem like this scary-ass motherfucker, and he goes down into the basement, and then he's like the nicest, kookiest guy ever.
Yeah, I love that. First off, I was always fascinated by how accurate the designs were of the ships, because I was like, this takes place before World War I.
It does, yeah.
And if these ships were to be created at that time period, I'm like, oh my god, they would probably look something like that.
Yeah, I love the visual tone.
That fucking giant submarine that they're in.
Mm-hmm. And the scene where they fight the Kraken is fucking awesome.
Was it the Kraken or Leviathan?
Oh, it was Leviathan.
It was Leviathan? Okay.
Yeah.
The stuff with them on the ship is so much better than anything that happens after that in the movie.
And then going to Atlantis, I was like, oh my god.
It kind of made
By the way,
it kind of made me think it was like Star Trek, but under the ocean. And I was like, that should be a show.
Yeah,
that should be a fucking show.
A little bit. Here's my favorite character.
Ocean Trek.
Mole, please tell me it's Mole. Mole is awesome.
Mole's my second favorite. My first favorite
was it the bomb guy with the mustache?
The bomb guy is awesome.
Oh my god, the bomb guy is so awesome. All he wanted to do was open a fucking flower shop.
Yeah. I was working in my parents' flower shop, and then bam, the guy's house across the street.
I just remember the line about
like a sign from God.
I just remember the line about the nitro.
You know, Kyle, my friend Kyle, that I'm so glad didn't wind up going to that party you invited me to, Bill. Kyle, he talks. Yeah. I'm not kidding. When he talks like that.
That guy is fucking awesome, though,
because he talks like if you want, he has that kind of voice that goes off with the bomb guy, and I'm like, this guy's fucking fantastic. I also like here's what I like about that. I like all the characters, even the military guy, the guy who winds up betraying them. Towards the end, I was like, I like him. And like, there's that fucking radio girl that goes like when she starts hearing the thing, the Leviathan, and she keeps going, Commander, and you just see the look on the commander's face when he hears it. He's like, oh, I don't want to pick that up. I love all the minor touches in that movie just to make it.
I love when the Leviathan attacks and she's on the phone with one of her friends.
Oh yeah,
hang on, I gotta call you back. Fucking monsters attacking the ship. No, but I love the scene in terms of the bomb character, whose name I don't remember.
Grease and lard.
And he's just fucking like, Milo's drinking this canteen of water. He's like, don't drink that, that's nitroglycerin. He's like, what do I do? Just hold still and pray.
Just hold still and pray.
and then he's just fucking with them. And then the scene where he's like,
you, this jam the dead.
Wait, hang on.
You just jabbed the dead.
Wait, is the guy's name Manny? I think his name is Manny.
Oh, shit.
And the military dude's like, Manny, can we blow through that? He's like, maybe if I had like 200 or 300 of these. All I got is like 5.
Like 5 and a couple cherry bombs.
Charity bombs.
Vinny, is that his name, Vinny?
Vinny is his name, yeah. He goes like, some of my own homemade stuff.
He sounds like a mix.
And he's got him in like a sack, and he's just throwing them.
He sounds like a mix of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression and a Christopher Walken impression.
It is totally like...
It totally is.
Oh, so I got like a cherry bomb and like some...
So he sounds like Tommy Wiseau.
He does sound like Tommy Wiseau.
Santa Claus, afraid not.
So then he's French-Canadian is what he is. He is kind of French-Canadian. You know what? He is French-Canadian.
It's true.
In your fantasy.
That holds up.
In my fantasy, he is French-Canadian.
In my fantasy, he's Kevin Smith. No.
What?
Because he's making a bunch of Canadian exploitation films, so I'm starting to think he's
Yes.
Canadian.
Oh yeah, Canucks
Moose Jaws.
The
But however,
West trilogy.
I'm looking at some of his quotes. Here, I found one quote. It's like, we've done a lot of things we're not proud of. Grave robbing, plundering tombs, double parking, but nobody got hurt. Well, maybe somebody got hurt, but nobody knew. Nobody we knew.
Yeah.
I just love. However, as good as the writing is up until that final act, for me, the final act, there's one line that always makes me cringe in that final act, and that is, "We're gonna save the princess," and I'm like,
Yeah. What are you, fucking Mario all of a sudden?
and then
well, excuse me, princess.
I do.
No, that's not Mario. That's fucking
though,
Link.
Just because Treasure Planet, I felt I was happy with throughout the entire thing. I love Treasure Planet so much, and I went to see that. I went to see that in theaters. It was one of the first movies I got to see when I was a kid. My father went with me.
I saw Atlantis in theaters.
Oh wow, man, was Atlantis awesome to see in the theaters.
I saw Atlantis, and I played a PlayStation 1 game in somebody's car. It was the best day of my life.
In someone's car in the 90s or early 2000s?
Yeah, this motherfucker was high class. He was paying for me to go see movies and shit, buying me pizza. It was like a date. Yeah, cause I knew Jake in the early 2000s. Jake and I were. When did that movie come out? 2001. Yeah, me and Jake going to see Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
You know another movie?
You know, I would like to watch fucking that movie with Jake now. Jake, if you're listening, let's watch Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Or better yet, play that game play that game on split screen.
Yes, exactly.
Boom, childhood ruined. So I love this whole controversy now going on with my picture on Toho Nation.
Is there a legit controversy going on?
No.
There's the animation in this movie holds up super well.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely stands on its own in terms of like its art style as well, where it's like it's kind of a bit like not edgier. I'm not sure if edgy is the right word to describe, but it doesn't look as soft as like it's more classic Disney pictures.
It looks very. It's very jagged.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
It's very sharp in its edges, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks almost like a Mike Mignola comic.
And oh my god, don't even get me started on how wonderful the music is in that movie.
Great. Very Indiana Jones-esque. I'd just like to point out before we move on, on Adam's picture that says "Remember," Sean Barry just posted a picture of Shindo crying.
Yeah.
And that might be the greatest thing ever, just saying.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Before we go into the news, there's something I wanted to get into. I'm not sure how much time we're going to spend on this, but I figure it would be interesting to take a look at.
Mm-hmm.
So, talk about the Oscars, please. Don't talk about the Oscars.
Oh no, we're not talking about the Oscars. We're talking about something that's no. The Oscars are scarier than this. So I found this.
What?
I found this post on Facebook that said these are the 25 creepiest photos ever taken.
Uh-huh.
And what I want to do is I'm going to send you guys this link. I'm going to send you guys this link, and I want to go through...
Is this the one George Takei shared? Or one of the many that George Takei has shared?
I guess it is. So I want to go through these one by one, and we're going to determine just how creepy they really are.
Okay.
Because some of them I'm like, how is that supposed to... I just posted it in the chat box, and it'll be in the description. You guys can follow it along with us.
Man, I gotta follow links and shit. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here watching a Carnotaur chase a Parasaurolophus and build.
Are you literally watching Dinosaur while we're doing a podcast?
First picture.
Maybe.
All right, so hang on. Let's all go to
the first like 10 minutes of this movie hold up super well.
Oh God, Dylan, I hate you. So
is everybody before the Love Monkey?
Everybody, let me know when they get to the link.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm at the link.
I'm at
Dylan, are you there yet, or are you still watching Dinosaur?
No, I'm not watching Dinosaur anymore. But this is
bum, 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 bum.
Oh, damn you, load.
I had a toy of Aladon that would just go Carnosaurs.
I had the Carnosaur. Screw that. I love the design of the Carnosaur.
All it would do.
Mm-hmm.
I am here.
Dylan, are you here yet?
All right, I'm looking at a nun with glowing eyes. I don't know.
Yes.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's the picture.
That
she looks like
so
a penguin.
creepy.
She looks like she looks like a mix between three things: a penguin, a cobra, and Dark Helmet.
She looks like Dark Helmet mixed with Burgess Meredith's penguin.
And she's not the creepiest thing in that picture. The creepiest thing in that picture is I want you guys to look at the window.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know about you, but it looks like Batman is watching them from the window. Look at that.
Is he smiling?
It looks like Batman is like, oh, I'm going to stop that nun, Robin.
You see, it's Michael Keaton, and he has mistaken this nun for Danny DeVito. And any minute now, he's going to bust through that window and fucking slit her throat.
Look, guys, this is Batman's expression through that window, okay?
Okay, what is this?
More links. Yeah. Yes!
This whole episode's been nothing but links. Oh, God. Somebody needs to Photoshop that into that picture.
or Dylan, you need to put that in that Jerry picture.
Jose Garcia, do your duty.
The Tom and Jerry picture you used for a while.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
One of them looks like my grandmother.
You guys,
Like
there is a worse face that Batman can make at you through a window.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What is it?
Oh, no. He's downloading it.
Wait.
Okay.
Upload it.
Your joke is ruined now because of that.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
oh my God! Bruce? Did you smile at her? Yeah, of course. Why would you do that? You ruined it, Bruce. I'm sorry, Clark. You never smile at people. You smile so awkward.
Your smile is so creepy.
Well, back to this link. Is there anything aside from the Batman face? Is there anything actually creepy about this picture?
Not really, other than the prospect that they're made. Other than well, I see the glowing eyes, but I think I'm used to like just fucked up eyes and
that is not
flashing.
creepy at all.
Yes, it
Because
is.
it's a flash photography. I'm assuming that like stuff always happens with the eyes.
He was taken in like 1860.
Aside from the fact that this nun looks like fucking Linda Blair, no, I think the photo is pretty tame.
Yeah, unless that is somebody behind that window.
And let me see your reactions for the next one.
Holy, the next one. The next one is a completely different story.
Yeah.
But I'm confident that it's fake. What even is that? So we're looking at a girl.
Like the Crypt Keeper before she started decomposing.
Yeah, this is the early days of the Crypt Keeper, and this is not her in any kind of painful situation. This is just her doing her laundry.
Just doing her laundry, just being a normal old lady.
It also looks like her dress has become part of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fake.
Oh my God! Look at the next one.
Okay.
That's fake.
Oh my God! There's two people, and one of them is black.
My God, integration!
That's definitely fake.
It literally looks like she's been like it looks like her morality has been split in two, so it's like a metaphorical piece.
Ah, yes. Oh my God.
Oh, see, she's got multiple personality disorder, and the only way you can tell is to put her in front of a reflective surface.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, she can't go walk through a city because all the windows.
It looks like a scene from the remake of The Wolfman where Lawrence is running through the garden, and then his dad as a werewolf attacks him.
Did you just make a Wolfman reference?
Damn straight I did, bro.
A 2010 Wolfman reference?
Why?
Because I fucking dared to. I was the man bold enough to make a Wolfman 2010 reference.
So you dared to be stupid?
Yes.
Okay, so
I am Weird Al Yankovic.
Okay, so image number 4.
Okay, moving
Not
on.
creepy so much as I don't understand it.
I love the look of the lady. The lady's just like, yeah, that's right. I've got 2 creepy ass clowns behind me. Yeah, what are you gonna fucking do about it?
She almost looks like she's like,
the clown on the
what
left.
am I doing with my life?
The clown on the left. Who decided to take Albert Fish and dress him like John Wayne Gacy?
They look like they have ice cream cones stamped into their heads.
Oh my god, it's the Jack in the Box guy.
Oh my god, number 5.
All right, moving on.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh, that is clearly photoshopped.
I don't know. Maybe she's just a very flexible woman, and she was doing that
Japanese.
just to freak out the cameraman or whatever.
What is
Yeah,
she
she put
even?
pickles. She looks like she put pickles on her eyes.
What
Oh
is
my
she
God,
even looking at?
Number 6 looks like something that would happen around my area.
Oh wait, hang on, guys. You know how you can tell it's fake?
Yeah.
You can see another girl's head under that head doing something that looks vaguely normal.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
The Grudge decides to rent a movie.
The 6th one, The Grudge, decided to hang out with Bambi.
The 6th one looks like something that would happen around here.
It's just a girl hanging out with some
Just
deer.
somebody
One of the
hanging
deer
out
is.
with some deer. I've seen.
Yeah, why? Why is this?
Looks
supposed
like
to be
it looks
creepy?
like the deer in front is taking a selfie, looking like, can you believe this shit?
Yeah,
Like,
take a selfie.
somebody should Photoshop like a hoof or something on the corner.
I don't understand
Can
why
you
this
believe
is.
this shit?
I don't understand why this is creepy. This is bullshit. Who the fuck took this picture?
The 7th one is
Who the
just
fuck took this picture? Are you asking that legitly or no?
And the deer took the picture. Okay, moving on.
no, it's a fucking
It's
track
a fucking
camera.
track cam.
Oh, I don't fucking care. Anyway.
Maybe somebody was trying to find
Jesus
Bigfoot.
fucking
and they
Christ!
took this
Bill lives
picture
in the
instead.
middle of the goddamn city, and he knows that was a track cam.
Well, I watch a lot of Bigfoot documentaries, so I know a lot
You
about
see?
track
Yeah,
cams.
you know a lot about him. You see?
The 7th one looks like it was like taken at like a 1920s Batman fan society.
the reverse KKK. That's what's going on right here.
See, I
Yeah, exactly.
I interpreted this as a satanic cult until I realized that one of her dresses says calculus on it.
Yeah, these rule matches. No,
the greatest of all evils.
holy shit! All of the items on their skirts are Millennium objects in Yu-Gi-Oh.
My God.
The Millennium Puzzle, the Millennium Scale, the Millennium fucking eye
So I
thing.
cry bullshit.
This is fake.
They
See,
killed
look at
those
number
women
eight.
with
Number
the
eight.
foul.
Number 8 looks kind of like Commander Shepard.
Oh yeah, that's totally not photoshopped, right, guys?
Number 8.
The guy on the left
like a
looks like
typical-
Jesse Pinkman.
That just looks like a typical day out in the country, you know.
Just like, yeah, you better believe I cut off this motherfucker's head. What you gonna do about it?
Get on the lawn.
We wanted to see if she would run around like a chicken. She did not.
That's the way I do it. If you don't like it, you can get out.
Speaking of chicken, let's
We
look
just
at
like the way it feels. Number
Look at number 9.
Speaking of chicken, look at 9. How the fuck does that work? Hey.
They're just like, it's like a food pyramid.
A bunch of animals attempt to have an orgy but are very confused.
So wait, it's a mule?
A dog, a cat, and a cock.
Oh.
It's a giant
Smackety smackety do.
Number 10 is an ad for Jeep.
What?
Look at it! It's an ad for Jeep.
That is not an ad for Jeep. How are you seeing that?
What, like car
Now, see,
Jeep?
there's actually an explanation for this picture. You see, at the time, it was very common for people to take pictures with their recently deceased.
Because they...
It's an ad for number. Oh, I get it. Oh yeah, there was a huge art
There's
craze.
no Jeep in there.
And there is on mine.
Yeah, I get a different ad, something about like I don't know, age spots or some shit.
And I have no ad because I have ad
no
block.
ad because I have ad blocker. Aha.
Look at you, fancy motherfuckers. So there was an art craze in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s of women taking pictures with corpses.
No,
This is
just
actually kind of
family members taking pictures
just
with
family.
corpses.
God, you're such a perverted.
Yeah,
ass.
it's not even an art thing. It was just something they did when somebody died. Let's get one more picture of them in the can.
Yeah, because like back then, like taking pictures was extremely expensive, and it was like a rare thing to do. So it's like, hey, But let's just take one last picture because, hey, it's been like years since we did so, and, well, we're going to bury this person either way.
It doesn't so much look like she's dead. It looks like she's from the story The Shadow Over
It turns out that the woman with the hair is the one that's dead.
Yeah, exactly. The one on the left is like, why the fuck are we taking a picture?
Why the fuck are we taking a picture?
The terrible thing about this is I'm pretty sure this is still when people thought taking pictures could steal part of your soul. So it's like, we want to make sure they go to hell. We'll get one more.
Or maybe like, well, now that she's dead and her soul is gone, it won't matter.
Oh, I love the next one.
Okay, so number 11.
It
Number
explains
11
the Vatican very well.
We now know the true. We now know the true intentions of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, we.
Whoa, what's up with the guy in the pig mask?
There's a guy in a pig mask.
Second row in the middle.
No, that's not a pig mask. It's just because of the poor quality of the film.
Bill, you
Looks
didn't.
like he's wearing a pig mask.
You didn't know that fucking Jigsaw was a member of the Catholic Church.
Nope, didn't know that.
What he was doing was in the name of the Lord.
They all look like the
I
monsters.
kick ass for the Lord.
The Lord.
They all look like the monsters
That is
from
such a fun-
creature from the Haunted Sea.
Clearly, they're all lizard men.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all like from that crazy fucking theory that reptiles rule the world.
It's attack the alligator people.
Exactly.
I'll get you, alligator man.
Oh my God,
Speaking of the South,
number 12 looks like David's sister.
Does David,
Jumping
does
a
David
fence.
have a sister?
yeah, he
Electric David's sister.
Right.
What does she
Matt's
do?
wife.
The grudge
Right,
sneaks into your house.
Oh my God, number 13 is hilarious.
I really, really sincerely hope that that's real. Because just imagine, like, because just imagine, like, we were in a nuclear testing site in what looks like 1903.
That's on a nuclear test, though. That's just a really big explosion.
They just
whatever.
They destroyed my self-esteem, so I destroyed.
It also looks like
Somebody needs to make this into a meme fucking now.
And the caption just goes, "Poor timing."
Poor time.
The Wicked Witch told Dorothy that she would get her and her dog.
And if you look carefully, it looks like the shockwave is heading right for her because the background road just kind of like disappears.
Or if this girl is trying to commit suicide, it was perfectly timed.
Right.
God, look at her nose.
No, she's wearing like one of those like face-concealing masks.
Groucho Marx the glasses?
Oh, why?
Because she's trying to conceal her true identity as Peter Parker.
In front of an explosion.
Yeah, she's like, I want nobody to know that I did this.
Alright, why is number 14 creepy? I don't understand.
Because it looks like my friend's grandpa is in the background.
It looks like Freddy Krueger.
Oh shit, I didn't notice that at first. There are children and there's Freddy Krueger and this has to be fake.
Oh, big time. It looks like the way the Slender Man pictures are created.
Looking Freddy Krueger, man.
Number 15.
Number 15. Number 15 just explains America in a nutshell.
Oh my God! It sounds like I made a reference to this earlier. Where I was like, you don't like it, you can get out. This isn't so much creepy as just like it looks like a scene from They Live.
No, I think the creepy thing is that kid's facial expression.
And the old woman looks like she's an alien.
He looks like American Hitler. This is
What the fuck is number 16?
Or the old woman looks like she's trying to morph into a jungle ranger.
Number 16? What the fuck is that?
Okay, that is creepy.
Are they
what the fuck?
Are they planting horses' heads in the snow? And if so,
no,
why?
It looks like there's like a shit ton of snow, and it's like they're trying to.
No. See, it looks like they're holding a decapitated horse head.
I think what happened.
Oh, they were just getting ready. Oh, that's simple. They were just getting ready to film that scene from The Godfather.
No. Obviously, they thought that in order to grow horses, they need to plant them in the ground.
Ah, yeah.
Of course. In order to grow a bigger, stronger horse.
No, it looks like there's like a 16-headed horse dragon buried under the snow.
Oh my God!
The real story of Orochi.
Oh
yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, number 17. The truth behind
Oh my God,
Santa Claus.
that's so fucked up. There's actually 8 horse heads in that picture. So...
Hey, kids.
Honey, hey, kids. Oh, God. That is fucking terrifying. There is so not even enough room for any kids in that fucking car.
You guys ever have this thought? What kind of a sick person decides to be an ice cream truck man?
Oh my fucking god, guys. Go to the next page. Go to the next page right now. Look at number 18. What the fuck is that?
That is pretty scary. That is pretty scary.
That's actually, that looks like a pit bull.
Kind of reminds me of Jeff the Killer.
Whoa, it looks
This
like...
kind of look like Jeff the Killer.
It looks like the demon face from The Exorcist.
Oh god, it's an ad!
The most scariest of all pictures.
God.
Either that or it looks like Mesogog.
Oh my god, it is Mesogog.
Is he in the middle of his transfiguration?
His transfiguration.
Yeah, it looks like he's like, I'm watching you, Tommy, always. Ah!
Looks like a real life Pokemon is outside this person's window.
Fucking Charmander.
Wait, who?
It's not
looking
looking
at now.
like fucking Charmander.
Number 19, that is terrifying.
That is terrifying. That looks like something out of the Twilight Zone.
Looks like something I would do to my own children.
What?
Well,
I meant prank them with leprechauns. I didn't mean anything.
Note to self, make sure Bill does not breed.
Next time
Chop
you go
his
to
freaking balls off.
Next time you go to Andres, this literally cuts my testicles off.
Bill wakes up in the hotel in a bathtub full of ice.
my kidneys are gone. I'm like, oh, god
God
damn it,
Andres. Of course Andres would do that. He's the only Mexican of this group.
My Mexican friend stole my...
I need to sell them to the black market, AC.
No,
my
I thought you were going to, Andres,
stole my
kidneys. I legitimately thought you were going to say, I need something to eat, you know? Hey?
I need something for the road home.
By the way, Bill, I had to take both of your kidneys, so you're dying.
Great.
He's no good.
No, you...
Pissing out blood.
I clean.
Can you give me my kidneys back, Andres? No.
No, Senor Griffin. No, my name is not Senor Griffin.
I need to sell kidneys.
Senor Bill.
Why do you need to sell my kidneys? To enforce them in pledge?
Guys, look at number 20.
Okay.
Fucking alien shit right there.
It's just those same lizard people who are running the Vatican, I mean.
No, it looks like the aliens from Gamera versus Virus.
I never realized...
Yeah, it does.
I never realized the farmers...
Oh my god, number 21. What the fuck is that?
Watch out for your kids. They're going to be pointlessly kidnapped.
What the fuck is number 21?
That guy has seen some shit.
It's Herman.
That guy has seen some shit.
You know the funniest thing about that picture? Look at the expression on the kid's face.
I think this may be another one of those corpse pictures.
It could be.
That kid's like, why are we doing...
It would be terrifying to be like, that woman gave birth to that kid.
That kid looks like, why are we doing this?
Oh, these are not my real parents. These aren't even my grandparents.
Makes me kind of sad.
Number 22 looks like a screenshot from the Big Parade.
It does, doesn't it?
It's one of my old Slim memes.
Oh, that was from the Big Parade?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no way. How did I forget that? Because I just... Oh my god, because the week before I left, I watched it, and I was like, how the fuck did I catch that? Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Slim. That was when we created the Meme Wars.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the meme war.
Oh god.
Let's see.
The epic SOS meme war that nobody ever saw.
Number 23 is not scary, but then again, I don't...
It's a constant discrimination against clowns.
Oh, guys, you want to know who that looks like? Hold on.
Bozo the Clown? Ronald
Looks
McDonald?
Like Curly. It looks like Curly from fucking Three Stooges.
I hate to use two John Wayne Gacy jokes in one episode, but John Wayne Gacy.
And it also looks like the clown's sleeve is more that guy's
the
shirt.
Clown from the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, it does.
Does the clown look like he's like frowning?
It took me
I also
years.
This is, like,
looks like him.
Like the
Click that
1970s.
thing, god damn it.
It took me years to realize that the clown from the Devil's Rejects was Sid Haig, and I was like, wait, the clown from the Devil's Rejects is black?
Oh, that makes sense.
He's black?
Yeah, Sid
Really?
Haig. He's a classic. He's a classic blaxploitation actor. He was in Jackie Brown. He was the judge.
Wow.
I think he was black. Is Sid Haig black?
He's
5,000 results.
He's very light skinned, but yeah, he's black.
Oh yeah, he is. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino once described him as like the 70s, like the way he acted in those blaxploitation movies. He described him as like the Samuel L. Jackson of that generation.
Wow.
I just like how he dies in fucking.
And now he's a psychopathic clown.
Yeah. I just like how he dies in Galaxy of Terror.
2014 is Doc Brown's child photos.
2014?
Oh, you mean 24.
You mean 24.
My bad. It's getting late.
I'm like 2014 is a year.
And 25 is just funny.
How is that creepy?
25, they're just getting it on. They're getting more than any of us on the SOS will ever get.
They're
The
doing
one on the
it
bottom
doggy
just looks
style.
The one on the bottom just looks really surprised. It's like, I did not see this coming. I did not expect to go to a hotel.
I did not see this coming. I see nothing.
I see nothing coming along. I did not expect to get see.
The third dog is the one that nobody...
You need a good old-fashioned ass raping. That's what...
The third dog is like, I'm not getting anything.
The dog in the middle is like, nobody invited this third dog to this party.
The third dog is the happiest. He's getting both sides.
No, the second dog is the happiest because he's getting both sides.
Oh, that's what I meant. My bad.
Wait,
he's taking it up the ass while also, sticking his dick in that other dog's ass. It's just one circle. Fuck.
It's the best of both.
The question becomes, is the dog on the bottom male?
Probably.
This was the pitch for the Boy Meets World spinoff, I guess.
You see, that's exactly what I was thinking, Bill.
I know, great minds think alike.
What an odd place for your brain to go to.
From the complex world of Boy Meets World.
Andre sounds like he's crying more than he's laughing. All I hear is Andre's going,
I ruined Boy Meets World.
He's just so
I gotta say, Bill,
the picture of the three dogs humping that he just starts crying by its beauty. It's like, it's so beautiful.
It's the only tattoo he ever gets. Andre, you now have to get a tattoo. Hey, you have to get a tattoo of those three dogs fucking. But get it like
get
somewhere
it right on your ass.
Yeah, just get it on one of your ass cheeks.
Bill,
or get it like across your ass.
That way, in case anyone tries to have their way with me, they'll just see that it'll automatically be.
In case anyone tries to have their way with me,
I love
it. I love it.
They see that, it'll be immediately turned off.
I ain't going in there.
I ain't going in there. This guy has a dog hump.
And then under that it says, if you don't like it, you can get out.
This dude's into some freaky shit.
If you don't like it, you can get out.
This guy likes doggy style.
That's how I was.
Literal doggy style.
Bill, you've never had doggy style.
Don't fucking judge me.
Neither have I, so we're fine.
I've had wolf style. Don't ask me what that means.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. That's why I said not to ask.
It's like doesn't exist.
It's like doggy style, but a lot. It's like doggy style, but a lot shaggier.
Andres, you're a funny guy.
It's like Gangnam style, actually.
I've had many Gangnam styles.
That list of the 25 creepiest pictures was very disappointing.
Not creepy at all. It's very it's almost like all the generic things that like pop culture's perception of creepy. They're old-timey pictures, people's eyes are all blasted out, and some of them have fucked up faces. So it's like, oh, that's creepy. It's not creepy at all.
People just consider old-timey pictures creepy because the concept of smiling in a picture was, like, non-existent.
Exactly. They were like, don't smile. I'll steal your soul.
You'll look like an idiot.
You guys really want to know who's creepy? Or what an image that's really creepy?
Andres' butt?
No, this picture here.
I don't know, that image is pretty creepy.
This picture here is unbelievably creepy.
I am so tempted to call this episode Andres' butt.
You should.
I am so like, I might do it.
This image here, if you click that image, is unbelievably disturbing.
This will be the highest rated episode of SOS.
I find
it Andres' butt. Is that Hillary Clinton or Meredith Vieira?
That's Hillary Clinton.
It's Hillary Vieira.
Ah, yes, quite.
She body morphed.
God, I find
she's starting to look like the witch from Spirited Away.
She's totally looking like you, Baba.
If you go on the related images, the next one's even funnier.
It's like she's in the middle of her transfiguration right there.
Nah, she's turning into... Yeah, Hillary Clinton is Mesogog. In Power Rangers Dino Thunder Season 2.
In Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Power Rangers Super Dino Thunder. Tommy is just like, I always saw this coming.
Hillary Clinton is the new Rita Repulsa.
I always knew that one day we have to fight Hillary Clinton as Power Rangers. You must be given new powers.
How does she make her monster grow?
They get a donkey and a fucking elephant ranger.
Wait, why are both parties? Never mind.
Well, they fight at one point, and then they join forces to combat Hillary Clinton, who's an enemy to both parties, I find.
The new Ranger that gets introduced in the middle of the season is the T Ranger.
Now because of your comment right there, we're going to get featured on Rush Limbaugh, and we're going to be called The Detriment of Society, in which I personally feel very proud of. And
dude, this podcast has always been known as that.
I know. Oh, just imagine how much love and attention we'd get if we were aired on Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, Rush Limbaugh, if you're listening, please talk about us on your show.
Our hate.
Oh, for the love of God, please.
I know you're secretly jerking off to the sound of my voice, Rush Limbaugh, but
not even secretly, publicly.
Please, yeah, right in your studio, in between.
The only reason he clicked on this video is because the title was Andres' butt.
Right.
Obviously, this is named after this Mexican, which means that Obama has made this podcast to promote Mexicans.
He made this podcast.
Obama's fault. In order to get Mexicans into the people and affirmative action.
I don't know who this Andres is.
I'm President Obama. Welcome to the Sons of Serizawa podcast. Now, let me be clear. We talk about dicks, pussies, and sometimes Godzilla on this show. So yeah, welcome.
Bill, that speech was really...
Barack Obama is the Sons of Serizawa podcast.
Bill, that speech is really epic when I have the theme music from Dinosaur in the background. As the pterodactyl carries the egg.
We talk about dicks, pussies, and sometimes Godzilla. Somebody needs just to get a picture of Obama and just have it zoom in on him with that music playing, with me giving that speech. And with that said,
you should do that as the opening of this video.
I'm gonna do that.
Slow you know what? Zoom Future in on
Bill,
Obama's face.
Do it.
Future
I might do it.
Fucking do that, right?
I promise. I promise I will.
Bill, I want to hear you actually say this. I want you to hear it, and I want you to record it because I want that.
Well, no, I'm just going to use what I already did.
I want you to edit that in. I want you to edit that opening.
I'm writing myself a reminder right now.
As soon as we get done recording this, Bill, none of this later shit. You're going to edit it. As soon as we get done with this recording, you're going to share screens so we can watch you do it.
So we can watch you do it.
Well, that'll be a pain in the ass because it's going to lag like shit, but I'll do it, sure.
Oh, God, there's the Love Monkey. This movie just went downhill.
And then Dylan immediately turns it off and destroys his VHS tape.
No, man, I'm watching it on the interweb.
Andres, how many news stories do you have?
Depends. I just got a bunch of smaller
It
stories.
Depends. All right, let's...
Also, there's this one lemur that looks like that little creature from the Black Cauldron. I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Andres, for stepping on. How many stories do you have, bro?
Let's see. Let's see. I guess I'll take out the Oscar nominations. So let's see. 1, 2.
Oh God, yeah. Let's not do that because I'm gonna cry.
Kind of like 3.5, I guess.
If the Oscars turn out to be anything like the Critics' Choice Awards were,
the Critics' Choice Awards,
the
Choice
Awards.
And mind you, I only saw like 10 minutes of that. But the Grand Budapest Hotel and Birdman are gonna win like everything.
I'll be happy if it's Birdman.
Birdman was
Interstellar got fucking gypped in everything.
Who cares? Birdman.
Michael Keaton got nominated for Best Actor, so you know what?
Yeah.
I'm happy with
you know what else deserved nominations?
Lego Movie?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh my God, yeah, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
At least it got Best Visual Effects. I knew that Andy Serkis was going to get ripped off again, but you know what?
Wasn't it confirmed or something that Godzilla was going to get a nomination for special effects or something?
Yeah, special effects and sound design.
Where the news came from?
Didn't we talk about that news? Or didn't Andres talk about that news while we ranted about other things?
No, definitely not.
So. No, I don't think so. I think it was. I think I read about that somewhere, but yeah, apparently not.
But you're not even going to put in the Lego Movie instead, Big Hero 6 and Box Trolls, which to be honest, those movies were they're good, but they're pretty average compared to
Lego Movie is the best animated movie.
Oh, wait, hold on. Also, The Wind Rises by it did have the Tale of Princess Kaguya, which is a Studio Ghibli movie, but The Wind Rises, that was Hayao Miyazaki, man.
Wait, but isn't there a separate category for foreign animation?
No, I don't think so.
No, well, there's foreign language film.
Yeah, but I did
see nominated for that.
I did see Princess Kaguya as one of the nominations.
Well, at least he got something.
You know what the weirdest category is? Animated short, because it's always a bunch that I've never heard of, and like they're always these like.
And then the Disney movie, the Disney short that came out in front of Big Hero 6.
That one was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that one. So I'd actually be happy with that getting done. But without any further ado, let's go to Andres now with the general news update.
Okay, so the biggest news, really the big like major Hollywood news, everything else is kind of like, I guess, geared towards our tokusatsu interest. But the big general Hollywood news is that Scarlett Johansson was cast to play the main role in the live-action Ghost in the Shell live film, and the internet lost their shit.
Oh, that shit trended on every social media site.
They're making a live-action Ghost in the Shell movie?
Yeah, well, that was my whole thing. My whole thing was, I don't know what that is.
It's like an anime,
It's
man.
a really good anime.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was an anime, but what is it about?
It takes place in the future.
About a ghost in a shell.
And
that tells me nothing.
You have this police. I think she's a police officer. It's been a while since I've seen the film. Her name is Motoko Kusanagi. She is a cyborg. Pretty much like her entire body's artificial except for her brain.
I really hope that Scarlett Johansson's name in the fucking movie is Makoko or whatever the fuck you said.
Yeah.
They go all Sean Connery on her and trying to make her look Asian.
No, they do that. What was that movie with what's his name?
Hopefully her Japanese accent's better than her Russian accent.
What was it? Wasn't that a movie where it's like that guy? What's his name? Hugo Weaving played an Asian guy.
Yeah. No.
I mean, John Wayne played an Asian guy, so you know.
No, but this is like a recent movie. They put makeup on him.
They make that her name, but they fuck it up really bad. Like it's Maikoko Kazakage.
What about fucking
it's Ong. It's Abba. It's Soka.
What about fucking
None of you fucking get that.
That went over my head, bro.
No, just saying, in the Avatar movie, they mispronounced everybody's name.
I'm not getting everyone's name.
Wait.
All right.
Please tell me this movie isn't being directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Dude, this is Hugo Weaving as an Asian in that one movie that came out like 1 or 2 years ago.
Well, what about
Cloud
fucking,
Atlas?
I actually really wanted to see that.
I really did too.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
There was a lot of controversy. I remember this. There was controversy because they didn't get
It looks like Bruce Lee's face was photoshopped over Hugo Weaving.
I remember this controversy because they didn't get an Asian actor. But the thing is, the whole point of the book and the whole point of the thing is that these people are getting reincarnated over and over again, right? So like that's why they have a white actor in Yellowface. But
and this is Hugo Weaving reincarnated as a woman.
Also, did they try to give him a Romulan haircut? I don't.
Oh, Jesus.
That looks honestly more believable than the Asian.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah, this is the movie.
Oh, my God. My boss put that on at work, and the audio on her speakers were shit, so we were just watching, and I'm like, do you know what's going on? She's like, no, and I'm like, I don't either. Let's turn it off and watch fucking Skyfall.
At the Skyfall.
Fucking love Skyfall, bro.
I love it until the last 15 minutes.
Really? That's the best part?
Well, no, my favorite part is...
My favorite part is when, is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the part when, what the fuck just happened? It is definitely the part when...
When did that happen?
The part when what the fuck just happened?
It's the part when James Bond confesses that he slept with a man.
Oh, that was brilliant.
That was.
I love that whole sequence on the island, and I also love the whole sequence that ensues after Silva breaks out of MI6 headquarters, and there's the chase.
Oh yeah, I
First
love
off,
that too.
may I say that hydrogen cyanide doesn't do that?
No.
Oh yeah, it's completely fucking unrealistic.
It's the movies, man.
Well, what I liked about it
does to you? Hydrogen cyanide?
What I liked about it was
it
that
does
it was
this,
kind of
and everybody in the audience is like, no, it doesn't.
Well, what I liked about it is that it was a callback to old school Bond, where it was unrealistic, but it was still cool. That's what I liked about it. But what's your problem with the last 15 minutes?
I turned it into a ripoff of Stray Dogs.
Oh, I heard that. I did hear that. I don't know what that movie is, though, so I don't care.
It's an old Dustin Hoffman, Sam Peckinpah movie.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that, and they said that's why they didn't like the movie that much anymore, and I was like, that's such a weird reason.
Well, no, it's okay. It's just not James Bond. It's like, what?
It's an homage.
It's an homage to a movie that has nothing. That's about.
It's a homage.
Well,
homage. It's an
homage.
It's
Quantum of Solace. Well, Quantum of Solace owes more to
It's a Hobbit.
Quantum of Solace owes more to Jason Bourne than it does James Bond. So,
Quantum of Solace holds up better upon rewatching, I think.
I just fucking
it didn't even hold up the first time I watched it. So why would I rewatch it?
It's better if you watch it right after Casino Royale. It's actually not a bad movie.
I did watch it right after Casino Royale. I watched it when I got the fucking Bond 50 box set, and I was marathoning them, and it failed to impress.
I enjoy it quite a bit.
And James was going to kill me when I said that.
You hate Batman 89. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Your opinion?
I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, I guess I kind of screwed myself into that one. So you guys know this anime, or this movie rather.
I do.
So then you probably will have more of an opinion on this, because I have no opinion aside from it was a huge deal. So
yeah, it still is considered one of the biggest anime, most highly acclaimed anime films, up there, I guess, with Akira. Would you say, Adam? Adam.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said wouldn't Ghost in the Shell be considered a critically acclaimed anime film up there with Akira in terms of overall best animes ever made?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's one of the you have to see this animes. And it is, a lot of time when movies are listed on you have to see this, I kind of look at it with a grain of salt. This movie you need to see. It is really good, and above all, it's wicked original. If you, Dylan, please plug your ears. Right now.
Totally not doing it.
Totally not doing it. But if you found Blade Runner boring, and some people do. Oh, good, he's BRB. If you found Blade Runner boring, you'll love Ghost in the Shell, because Ghost in the Shell is very similar to Blade Runner.
Dylan just goes off to kill himself.
He starts hanging himself. We just hear the.
So I never thought Dylan would be the guy to kill himself over a movie. But
yeah, I always thought that'd be Adam, because Adam's depressed as shit anyways.
Well, I just thought Dylan was always the most level-headed one, so
It's always the quiet ones.
It's always the quiet ones.
Remember Dylan.
We just used that shot from the fucking
intro, G-Fest intro. Him on the couch with a can of Coke. Remember,
remember who you are. So you guys for this or against this?
I'm for this. I mean, at this point, I'm I don't care if they whitewash the character. I mean, personally, then again,
we're used to that at this point.
First of all, I'm used to this. Second of all, I can understand, from an international point of view, you're trying to sell this movie to international audiences, and quite frankly, not many people would watch a movie if it doesn't have a Caucasian actor. Sad, but that's the truth. And I guess, I don't know, maybe it's because it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but I never really saw Kusanagi's ethnicity as being all that important to her character. But
is it set in Japan?
It's in Japan in the future, but then apparently I read an article that mentioned that in 2019, America...
The future of 2019.
I guess America is considered this militaristic dictatorship sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or so I guess it's if this is supposed to be an adaptation of Ghost in the Shell, then making her American would kind of be contradicting the message of the original anime, but then again, who knows at this point. So
what if she's an American Japanese, I guess is the way you'd put it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just curious as to if I'm just curious as to here's an interesting thing. Okay, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but who cares? This is pretty much what everyone is thinking right now. In the movie, Kusanagi has the ability to have some cloaking device that makes her invisible.
Yeah, she gets butt-ass naked.
Yeah, she has to be naked in order to be invisible. So I'm wondering if Scarlett Johansson's going to do that.
Now.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And I
will not care.
I do not care. We were watching The Brain That Wouldn't Die for the new episode of Creature Feature Double Feature, and there's a long sequence where it's this girl dancing sexily at a strip club. And I'm sitting here I'm bored. Like, what the hell is going on? I am so bored right now.
Dylan was like, yeah, and you were like, no.
I just put both of these movies in my instant queue. That's for later. Anyway.
That's for later. I'm gonna jerk off to that so hard.
No, I'm gonna accurately analyze it and write a complex essay about it, and then I'm gonna jerk off to it.
Because that makes it more pleasurable for some.
Well, interestingly enough, I did mention this on Shoe Watch that I guess there was like a fan film that
Shoe Watch.
It's like Andres says Shoe Watch. Like I say Godzilla.
Shoe Watch with all them robots. Shoe Watch with the mascot of a robot.
Super Dynamic Ultra Force, eh?
There was a fan film that recreated the opening of Ghost in the Shell, where you see the creation of Kusanagi's android or like robotic cyborg body. And
they did something similar to that. Maybe it was an inspiration or an homage with in the animated movie Superman Unbound with Brainiac.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it was kind of a reference to that, because it's kind of a similar thing where Brainiac gets turned into what he is.
And what was there one last thing? Oh yeah, well I've been wanting to check out that TV series Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, which I hear is just as good as the original movie.
Andres, buddy, you know I love you. You just have to slow.
Those are some mighty strong words there, Bill.
But just slow down and sound out the words.
Those are some mighty strong words there, Bill.
There's some mighty strong words, Bill.
You sound like...
Who's
taking a shit?
Hawk Muto.
Oh,
Adam, did you just have a stroke?
It's an exaggerated version of a Shoe Watch joke.
I know, I got the Shoe Watch joke, but I thought it was static because it lasted a long ass time. I was like, did Adam just drop his computer?
Never do that again because I was scared.
Remember me. Remember who you are. Ugh.
Adam was killed by the Hawk Muto reference.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Dylan, are you a fan of Ghost in the Shell?
What's Ghost in the Shell?
So naked women, and of course he's a fan of it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you care that a white woman is cast in the main role?
If they're Americanizing the entire thing, no, because it just makes sense. I mean, I should say if they're whitewashing the entire thing, shouldn't I?
Well, but Andres just mentioned that part of the story of Ghost in the Shell is that America is like this militarized dictatorship, though. So
maybe they'll switch it. Maybe Japan will be the American.
That would be.
No, they take over several countries with their army of giant robots.
All piloted by Andres Perez.
Hell yeah.
So Andres, you guys have anything else to add about that?
Nope.
Andres.
Oh yeah, there is a petition apparently that's trying to get 16,000 signatures to get her removed from the project. Yeah, as if petitions have ever worked before.
16,000 signatures to remove a major Hollywood star from a movie. Good luck with that. Well, you know what? Actually, Charlie Hunnam, something like that happened with Charlie Hunnam when he was cast in 50 Shades of Grey. So who knows?
Who the fuck is Charlie? Who the fuck is that?
He was in...
Raleigh from Pacific Rim. He's in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh my god, he's hot as hell. They got him out of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, it worked?
I love how that's Adam's reaction.
He's like, oh, damn it, I was looking forward to that movie.
I was going to jerk off to that.
Damn fucking right I was.
Well, as with Adam and I both jerk off to everything we're right.
We do right next to each other. It's a circle jerk, really.
It's not weird.
It's not weird at all. It's not weird at all because what Bill and I do is that
behind closed doors.
I hate to break it to you, but it's pretty weird.
It's not weird and it's not gay.
It's not gay. Because what he does is that
gay.
he controls my hand and I control his hand. So it's not.
We use that Atomic Roar Godzilla figure too.
So I don't. Whenever I see that now in a video, I'm just like, oh, all the memories.
The Atomic Roar Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So when you watch my G2014 promo video, you were like, oh god.
Oh god. Shove that up your ass.
Oh god.
Hard.
Oh Godzilla.
Oh.
Andres, next.
When did you come up with that joke, Andres, when you first got into Godzilla, when you were 5?
He made that joke to his mother, and his mother slapped him.
Don't you ever do that again.
Not because it was sacrilegious, but because it was a fucking stupid joke.
Okay, so the next news is more related to our own personal interest. That's not sex-related.
Oh, damn it. I'm out!
Has to do with the ongoing Spider-Man series, Spider-Verse, which Spider-Man apparently fights some dude who's going off killing off Spider-Men from different universes. And they made the Toei's live-action Tokusatsu Spider-Man an official part of the Marvel comic book multiverse, designated as, well, what was it? Let's see, what was it?
Spider-Man!
Oh, yeah. They introduced Takuya Yamashiro as the Spider-Man of Earth 51778. And I'll send you a link.
DC shit now where they have to number their Earths. Jesus Christ.
They've always done that. Normal Marvel is called 616.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and what's funny enough, they have not one but three. They have three Japanese Spider-Men. They have the Mangaverse Spider-Man, who is like this ninja boy. They have the original black and white manga Spider-Man, and as well as Tokusatsu Spider-Man. And there's this one panel that I saw with all three Japanese Spider-Man talking to each other, and you just see Japanese text in their speech balloons.
This is actually funny because Dylan and I just did half of an episode of DFOS devoted to the Japanese Spider-Man, so go ahead and listen to that.
Bill, my life is devoted to the Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah, because I brought up the news about Andrew Garfield not playing Spider-Man anymore, and Dylan was just like, I don't care about anything except the Toei Spider-Man. So we started talking about that.
I don't give a shit.
I just
Who's going to play Dr. Monster in the movie? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Hugo Weaving, apparently.
Somebody get Jacob Baker to learn how to make robot suits so that he can make the special effects for the new Spider-Man movie, so he can put Leopard on. Well, anyways, I just sent you a link that shows... Oh, go ahead.
I think they should have made Spider-Man look a little bit different than normal Spider-Man, though.
Well, I guess
he has a bracelet.
Yeah, that's like...
Yeah, aside from that, though. I mean, they did a good job that the eyes are smaller, which is cool. I also like how they use the line, I am the emissary of hell.
Yes.
And like a whole bit about that, how fucked up that sounds.
And I shall fight the great evil for the fate of all spiders.
I'm gonna sit... Oh, me and Spider-Man would not get along then.
You did it, Dylan. Thank you.
Nice.
You have to share this with the whole nation.
Yeah, put that on, because I ain't fucking putting it in the video stuff.
You be the judge of which is scarier.
I think they're both equally terrifying.
Oh my god. I like the real Batman one just because of that fucking face.
Yeah, that's from Returns, right?
I think so. That's part where he's about to shove the bomb into that dude's chest or whatever before throwing him off a building.
Yeah, before he murders somebody.
Bill, you're just jealous that he gets to murder people and you don't.
Batman, stop murdering people. What's wrong?
It's so funny. Like, Batman murders people and not many people blink an eye. Yet when Superman does that, everyone throws a shit fit.
When Batman murders people, nobody panics. But when Superman murders somebody, everybody loses their minds!
No, for the record, the thing that drove me nuts about that scene is the fact that that family had like a bajillion other places they could run to.
They could have so run away.
And I'm like...
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. That ending is problematic.
So,
to say the least.
So yeah, back on Japanese Spider-Man. So yeah, they introduced a robot only for him to be fucking destroyed.
It's kind of like the climax to Man of Steel, isn't it? I'm like, get out of the way! Just duck those I-beams and run, man.
What? I was just reminded of this. Never mind.
Drop and crawl.
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. If I can get hit by the lasers and that's what they do, Superman's like, don't even. That's just sad. Anyway, this is awesome. Yeah. I think this is really cool.
Leopard on being destroyed, not so awesome.
I mean, it's just cool if they put him in. I think
they did mention. I think one of the writers mentioned that there is a possibility that they could spin off Japanese Toei Spider-Man into his own comic book series, which will
if they do that, I will buy every issue.
Just about to mention that because DC does a little thing
and the trades.
They do a little thing where they have, Batman 66, the comic series, and 70s Wonder Woman, the comic series. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do that with some Marvel characters? Japanese Spider-Man. I'd like to see a 70s Hulk comic series.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, totally.
Continue that stories and not put those awful movies in the continuity. not the
Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that one's not so bad, but the Incredible Hulk Returns is really nostalgic for me, and I love it, but it's awful. And then Death of the Incredible Hulk is a piece of shit.
We get a comic based on the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury movie.
Yes, I want that. I want the 70s American Spider-Man show where he didn't even fight crime.
I want Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, the comic. I mean, you already canceled the Fantastic Four comic. Might as well replace it with a better version. Or at least more entertaining.
Yeah, have you guys heard about all that shit of, like, people trying to, like, a bunch of people who worked on the Fantastic Four movie are trying to make everybody... It's like, it's not a piece of shit, we promise.
Yeah, it's so weird because, like, Marvel, they're doing nothing to promote the movie.
Oh, they're like, fuck
I thought they released that movie.
No.
The Roger Corman one, because it's up on YouTube.
What? No.
Oh, no, they never officially released it, but it's basically been released.
Yeah, it's up on YouTube.
Oh, I have 3 bootlegs of it, totally. You want it?
I don't like Fantastic Four in the first place. Why the fuck?
But it's Roger Corman.
Because it's
I do like Roger
how bad it is.
Despite Creature from the Haunted Sea.
Oh yeah, Creature from the Haunted Sea killed my faith in Roger Corman.
Right.
No, now they need to do an issue. They do a Roger Corman Fantastic Four comic where they fight the Creature from the Haunted Sea.
Well, I guess
I would watch that.
To reel this back into Spider-Man, I did see one panel of Spider-Verse where you see 2 Spider-Men talking to each other while, like, fixing up their web shooters, and one person said, "Hey man, I just saw one Spider-Man who wouldn't stop singing show tunes, and I saw another Spider-Man that was trying to teach me how to spell," which I think must have been a reference to, like, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark and the Electric Company's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, there was also the line where somebody says, "I just saw one that looks like the guy from Seabiscuit."
And then
there was another one where it looks like the guy from The Social Network.
Yeah, which is like, holy shit, whoa now.
That's awesome. That is pretty awesome.
Oh my god, you guys.
I love how he uses Seabiscuit, by the way. That's a brilliant way to describe Tobey Maguire. The guy from Seabiscuit.
George Takei.
What about
He
George
shared
Takei?
this picture, right? It's a sad kitten. And the caption says, "She didn't like the dead bird. I don't understand."
Oh, I shared that on my
Oh.
page. Yeah, I love that.
Well, let's see. I guess moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This is. I was hoping for David to be here because he's a much bigger Kamen Rider fan than I am.
Here in spirit, crying.
Well, I guess the interesting thing is that, like,
he's right now hanging out of his window.
Fixing up his web shooters.
Oh god.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, there's gonna be a new movie coming out, I think, in this year, where it's like there's been over the last couple of years, there's been a series of films that would cross over the latest Kamen Rider with the latest Super Sentai team, and this year there's gonna be another movie that's gonna combine what's his name, Kamen Rider Drive with the new upcoming Sentai Ninja, the one that Dylan
I'm sorry,
brought.
did you just stutter there, or was that actually the name?
That's actually the name.
It is called...
Well, he stuttered because if you fuck up the pronunciation of the name, it gets a little awkward.
Yeah.
It's called Shuriken Sentai Ninja.
Not Ninja.
Not Ninja.
As I thought it was originally.
So,
did I tell you guys about my little 5-year-old cousin writing his Christmas list, and he wanted Ninja Turtle stuff, but he didn't know how
Nigger Turtle.
But he didn't know how to spell ninja.
Ooh.
And I was like, Mom, where are we gonna find Nigga Turtles?
Tell me your mom laughed at that.
Yeah.
No, she murdered him.
She fucking murdered him, slit his throat. We're speaking to a ghost.
My grandmother, however, was not amused. Even though she
Your grandmother wasn't amused.
Even though she yells that word at people in traffic. Jesus.
No, Grandma, we can't use
what a fucking
that word
hypocrite.
anymore.
Fucking nigger.
He's like, I don't approve of this racism.
I do not approve of this racism, but this is SOS, so nobody cares.
Well, everybody listening doesn't have a soul. They're all vampires from Angel. Right. They don't have a soul.
So anyways, there's this new upcoming crossover movie featuring those two, and they introduce a new Kamen Rider who
looks badass, by the way.
Yeah. This is kind of like, I like to think of this as like the war doctor of Kamen Riders, where supposedly this is like an older Kamen Rider that's always been a part of history, but we just find out about him now.
The one that we never knew about because Christopher Eccleston didn't agree to come on to the special.
Yeah, it's like that moment in Ultraman in the last episode when Zoffy shows up and you're like, this is a much larger universe.
Yeah, well, it's like
Ultraman Jaffe, known as Stinky to his friends.
So before there was Kamen Rider.
That's a reference to a while ago in SOS, where Andres kept naming off these different names for one of the Ultramen, and at the end I just went known as Stinky to his friends. And nobody heard me, so I was like, that's a great joke that nobody noticed. I gotta repeat that at some point, and I just used that opportunity. So
1 year later.
Can cross one thing off my bucket list.
And his two brothers, Ultraman Fatso and Ultraman Stretch.
Good one there, Bill. I mean, fuck, Dylan. Why the fuck did I do that?
Thanks, Andre.
Give that motherfucker credit for my jokes. You've heard his jokes.
Yeah, I apologize greatly. But yeah, we finally have the reveal of Kamen Rider 3, who came in between.
The return.
Yeah, the return. Before we had Kamen Rider 1, 2, and V3.
Oh, Dylan, you sick genius. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry, Andres, but I just couldn't let that go unnoticed.
Dude, Dylan, now you need to do the one with that picture of, like...
you do a trilogy of this put on Toonation and call the third one The Return.
Adam threatening Bill with the Godzilla figure. Just show his face. You're like...
Okay, did I put that picture to you? Because it was...
What I love about it is that Adam's facial expression and Jerry's facial expression sort of mirror each other.
It's like they both realize that each other exists.
It's like Jerry screaming because there's a man outside his window, and Adam screaming because, oh, look, a mouse.
Oh, look, there's a mouse taking a fucking bath in my house.
In my house?
Why is his mouse house inside of my house?
It's not done its job.
Although, Dylan, not to criticize you, but the framing's a little bit off.
I'm going to fucking criticize the living shit out of you.
What do you mean the framing is off?
Framing is off.
It's off. The
oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't take criticism well.
It overlaps the window.
No, it doesn't.
It's okay.
It does.
No, I literally just put that layer behind the other layer. There's no way that it can be overlapped.
Dylan, it's okay.
It's because when I cut out the picture that was originally in there, like a little bit of the edges were left behind.
That's okay. It's fine.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. You fucking...
I forgive you. But then again, I'm not in the picture, so...
You will be, Bill. You will be.
Didn't you put me in one of them already?
No, I did not.
There are so many pictures of me that you can put in there and they'd make sense.
Oh,
pretty much every picture that's ever been taken of me, you can put in there and it'll make sense.
I know which picture I'm using, though.
For Bill or for me? Please tell me it's not me again. I'm starting to feel the hate and I don't like it.
I already used
Now you start to feel the hate.
All these years later. Anyway, Andres, you have one more story, don't you?
Yeah. This is a pretty interesting... This took place at a, what was it called, a Japanese animator expo, where every year it's some animation company...
Somebody got stabbed in the eye with a pen.
Every year some Japanese animation company would create a certain short. And this time we had the animators, the animation studio behind Kill la Kill, put together and made an anime short based off of the tokusatsu series, Subaraya series, Gridman. And
I heard about this.
Yeah, I'll send you the link right now to the actual short. The short doesn't begin until 1 minute and 35 seconds. So let's see. Here's the.
How long is it?
I think it's roughly like 6 minutes long, but I guess you can just... It's essentially... it's kind of a sequel to the original series where you see the bad guy from the original series. He's grown up and there's giant monsters attacking the city. And he apparently goes through a flashback and remembers Gridman. And so then you see kind of like almost like a montage of Gridman in animation showing off all the attacks and transformations from the actual TV show. And then the short ends with the bad guy becoming Gridman in the real world and has like a brand new design. So maybe this is like some sort of pilot of some kind to advertise like a new Gridman sort of franchise. But
well, they're probably seeing how this does compared to
Yeah, like maybe it's like they're testing the waters to see if like anyone would be interested in reviving this franchise. Because recently there's been like some new action figures from Ultra Act, the same sort of toy line that produces a bunch of Ultraman toys, like articulated toys, like SH Monster Arts is for Godzilla. And they recently made a series of figures based on Gridman. And Gridman, if you don't know the show, this was Americanized in the 90s as Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, which aired, I believe, on ABC, which is why I'm sure none of you ever saw that, because
they mention it in DBZ Abridged.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah.
By the way, hang on, before you continue.
Yeah.
I just opened the page, and I have so many questions already.
Okay.
Number one, this website looks mad shady. The logo is a guy with his head cut off with a 9 with 2 dashes and 2 circles.
That's the logo. Like the logo for the Animation Expo, I think. And the short begins with a little animation, a little short featuring that little mascot character.
That's mad shady. 2, the tagline for the show is "Boys invent great hero."
Yep.
I have so many questions.
That is the subtitle to this short.
I have so many questions. I will ask none of them. All right, let's watch this thing. I'm curious. How far am I skipping ahead?
135. And
right.
The basic premise is that there's an evil computer program that wants to take over the internet or the world or whatever, and he has this young black-haired boy design monsters for him to make viruses out of. And so Gridman, he's kind of like Tron meets Ultraman, who has the ability to turn into a Megazord.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
So Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
If he was Ultraman in the
No,
Tron
you don't
Man.
understand. Jeff Bridges is that. I mean, haven't you seen The Big Lebowski?
Secretly. He does that in his spare time.
All right, so are you guys at 135?
Earthquake's my ass. It's really just Jeff Bridges.
All right, I'll let you begin to give the signal, Bill.
All right, start the video. Oh, we're gonna watch the whole thing. Oh my god! 3, 2, 1, play.
And you skipped ahead, right?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, so you should be seeing like trolley or train cables or what, or like.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I see a monster though, so I'm immediately into this. That bike just like shook. Boys invent great hero of the movie.
Gotta love these Japanese titles.
Fucking great. This kid's like, I'm so much better than this. The original hipster.
He prefers his Windows 95.
Looks like it based on the computers. Digimon, digital monsters.
That's pretty much it, yeah. You have Ultraman. You have Ultraman, who has the ability to turn into a Megazord in order to fight giant Digimon.
Is this based on Ultraman? Because he pretty much just turned into Ultraman.
No, but I guess this was made by the same company that made Ultraman, so we're like, hey, let's just combine Ultraman with Tron, and presto, we have Gridman.
They tried to sue themselves, but it didn't work.
And he also has a flashing light to indicate that he's low on power.
This is pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the SWAT Megazord! Power Rangers SPD. Oh no, it's Mogira, apparently. It's totally Mogira. The 90s Mogira, not the old Mogira. He didn't do this. He was too cool for this.
It's Optimus Prime!
It is exactly Optimus Prime. From fucking Transformers Armada. Dude, it is literally Optimus Prime. No shit. No, it is Optimus Prime. There's
Dylan,
no
I
mistake.
love you.
He even has the same powers as Optimus Prime from Transformers Armada.
Rocket Punch, motherfuckers.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well done, Dylan. Well done.
Yes.
You know, my parents looked on the photos that are on my computer. It'd just be a tragedy.
Anyways, you have Ultraman turning into the Megazord.
Now it looks like Transformers Armada's version of Rodimus. And no, I don't know if he was actually in that series, but he looks like Rodimus Prime. Rocket Punch, motherfucker!
When I saw this, I immediately thought of this other giant monster series giant robot series called Gurren Lagann. And surprisingly enough, the people who started this animation company were former employees of the company that made Gurren Lagann. So I guess it kind of has that same, like, ridiculously over-the-top, exaggerated, like, all-out, action-filled...
Whoa, that looks like the fucking spaceship from Dinosaurs. And Dylan's not watching this, and he would have loved that. I'm so depressed right now. Quantosaurus Megazord. Andres, if you're jerking off right now, I'm not going to judge you, because this is pretty fucking awesome. Right up your alley, bro.
I'm not even watching this, and my dick is just dripping with pre-cum.
You too?
Oh, and interestingly enough, that's the main villain of the Gridman series, and in the American version, he was voiced by Tim Curry.
Pre-cum?
He looks like... Yes, pre-cum, the villain.
So Matt,
He looks like Shredder.
Did you just call me Dylan?
No, I said he looks like Shredder.
So yes, Tim Curry was in a tokusatsu show.
The only problem that I have with this in a lot of modern anime is that the actual hand-to-hand combat isn't that impressive.
Yeah.
I had that with the DBZ reunion specials too. The hand-to-hand combat was not that impressive.
Yeah, it is focusing a lot on like the energy attacks.
Yeah, and like when they get to hand-to-hand combat, it's like impossible to tell what's going on. Original hipsters pissed.
I was into Gridman before it was cool. Like, you guys are into your Super Sentai. I like Gridman.
I just saw the Pixar fucking mascot in the rubble. He just got a morpher. Cool. Power Ranger Zeo. Anybody?
So now we have a brand new, never-before-seen Gridman.
And he just killed so many people.
And that's the theme song to the show.
I have the audio muted, actually. Cool.
The end. Gridman, baby dan dan, baby dan dan.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And now I can't get the theme song out of my head.
Well, boys, we're really far in, so I think it's about time we wrapped up this monkey show.
Yeah,
so,
I gotta go to church tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to go to bed.
I gotta get up and fucking stare at myself in the mirror and cry, so you know.
Oh, I know your pain, Bill. I do that every day.
Yeah. Anyway, so in terms of announcements, I just want to announce one thing, and then I'll let you guys go off.
Did you lose your virginity?
Well, yes, but no, I didn't do that. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. My addendum to Godzilla Palooza, in which I will review Godzilla 2014 and overanalyze the shit, will be coming in the next week or so, I promise. It should go up either right after the 26th or right before. Somewhere around there, hovering around that date is when it'll go up. So look out for that soon.
It's not going to come up at all.
What?
I was yawning. I apologize. Meaning that you're not going to see it until next year, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's going to be great. I promise. It's going to be
just like
Bondapalooza. Yes,
it's going to be awesome.
It's been more than a year since that announcement of Bondapalooza.
Since I announced that I wasn't doing it. I might do that at some point.
Didn't Bondapalooza predate Gamerpalooza?
Big time, by a whole year. So look out for that coming soon. I'm very excited to do it and very excited to post it, so look out for that coming soon. That's all I have to say. What about you guys? Who's got announcements?
Let's see. I just uploaded yesterday. I uploaded last batch of reviews of the films that my friend Pete and I watched in 2014. And following that, we'll have our upcoming best and worst of 2014. And let's see, we just had a new intro celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Shoe Watch Super Dynamic Ultra Force Go with artwork by the talented Jacob Baker, coloring by Dylan McCandless, and animation and editing by Adam Noyes. So yeah, we have a new episode 18 of Shoe Watch, and get ready for a whole new year of more episodes.
Yeah, I saw the intro. It's great. Oh, Dylan, that's epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Post that, and tag David in it.
This is what you get for missing SOS.
The only one I haven't done it to is Andres.
Oh, that's coming. Yeah, but all his pictures are so shitty in quality that it's hard to pick.
Yeah, what am I going to use? That
Shitty
picture?
quality, they're just actually decently humane.
What am I going to use? That picture of him standing in front of the Jurassic Park thing where the light is so intense you can't even see him?
That was intentional.
It was a bad choice then.
Forever you just had this profile pic, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was supposed to be. And I was like, what is it?
I have stuff to pimp out.
Do it.
Do watch my review for The Three Treasures, that epic Toshiro Mifune movie, and also stay tuned for episode 2 of Creature Feature Double Feature. And also, I am currently going to record, well, when we're recording this episode of SOS, I'm going to record the new episode of Creature Feature Double Feature episode 3 tomorrow with Patrick Galvin, which I'm totally excited for. And, yeah, watch my shit, subscribe, hit the like button, comment, say how much you hate me, because no doubt all of you do. And everybody hates me anyways. And
words of true words of confidence.
From the Debbie Downer of the SOS.
Everybody hates me anyways. So.
Mogira.
Mogira.
Was that a gunshot?
Yeah.
Did he just kill himself?
Oh man.
We just announced that we're going to be holding auditions for the 5th member.
But you know what? We so predicted it because of the fucking beginning joke of this episode.
Now the meme makes sense.
Exactly.
He died for the sake of comedy.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
There is no better cause for which one can lay down his life.
Hang on, wait, I have to ask the spirit of Adam something. Adam, was that all you had to pimp out, or is there more?
Apparently the force is not strong with this one.
Alright, I'll take that as a no. Dylan, do you have anything to announce?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then, if there's no, now I gotta end the show, and he's not gonna say his name. Who does an Adam impression?
Well, I don't know. I'm Adam, so
good enough.
Hello, insects of YouTube.
That's way too British. And the first one sounded like the Cinema Snuff.
Sounded too British.
I was trying to sound pretentious.
Yeah, that's British.
No, keep it as a British guy. That's fucking amazing. So if there are no further words from any of our podcasters...
well, I guess, should we help out some of your friends' new channel?
Yeah, we can do that. My friend and who guested on one of the SOS shows, Demons from Outer Space, Joe Massinio, has started...
Oh, God. Well, I don't know.
What the fuck is that? That
was me in, I want to say 10th grade, I guess.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Back when I was in shape.
Oh my God!
That was me at the peak of my physical peak right there.
It was either
you look like me.
it was either that or this picture of him dressed up as Batman, but I figured that would be too similar to the Michael Keaton one.
Did you idolize me when you were young, Andres?
I didn't even know your existence back then.
That is so cute. You put on a backwards hat and the sunglasses, and you're like, I am Bill.
Bill just called Andres cute.
I am the one who eats.
This was not the intended outcome of this meme.
I'm flattered.
Anyway, so my friend Joe Massinio, aka Meaningful Chaos, as he was known on YouTube, just started a new channel called Split Screen, in which many people who he knows, including yours truly, and Adam Noyce, will guest spot at some point in the show of Split Screen. So go ahead and subscribe to that channel. It's called Split Screen. He's uploaded 2 series already called Bionicle Heroes and Sonic something else with the subtitle.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
That's the one. And you can watch those. You can like them. You can love it. You can subscribe to them. And that'll be beautiful. You can like that. So that's going to do it for this wonderful episode of the Sons of Serizawa podcast. Until next time, I'm Bill Worster, a.k.a. Zazubaar.
And I'm the ghost of Adam Noyce.
Oh. I'm Super DM64.
And I'm Andres Perez, a.k.a. Kaiju Noir. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's been.
And as always, science, sound,